Let's go. Oh, this one. It's time for Wrang Fire 4. Thank you for waiting patiently. We've got Ganji taking on Teutonic Tanks and Enzberg here in the round of 27. Winner moves on to the equivalent of the semifinals, the round of 9. And we are off. In gray in the southwest, we're going to have Dziamdziak. We'll get those elos fixed. Those are wrong. We're going to have Dziamdziak in the southwest playing as the Mongols in gray. Very common first game pick. We have Enzberg in the east playing in green as the Lithuanians. And Teutonic Tanks is going to be in north in orange as the Mayans. And we are on Arabia. All game ones are going to be on Arabia for this tournament. Have been on Arabia. Other than the round of 81 set, that was a single game. The map was randomized. But in the round of 27, when it's a 4-game set, the first game is on Arabia. And then the winner actually picks the next game. And another important thing to note is that players... Oh, my God. No, I want this not on my screen. That's great. Thanks very much. Appreciate all 2 of you coming over and making a giant mess of my stream. That's great. Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought I turned this off. I want my raid alert. It's whatever. You guys can deal with it. Works great with following the king, yeah. Welcome, PK Rockets. Well, that was quite the welcome. PK Rockets, my raid alert I tried to disable it 3 different ways, and apparently none of the things that I did to try to disable it disabled it. So it's nothing about you. F you McNads. You guys should check out PK Rockets. 2 viewers is not enough for Mr. PK Rockets. I might start my stream up again to rage you. Don't you fucking dare! Going over the settings for the mode. Oh my God, I got so distracted by that. The kings can't be garrisoned in this tournament, guys. So the kings are loose. We've seen king pens be built. We've watched players stack tunnels and then stick the king in the middle of the tunnels. We've watched players build like 5 castles and a huge like fortress around their king. We've seen it all. The one thing you can't do is put them in a tower, a town center, or a castle, or transport ship, There is one hybrid map. Another thing important to note is once a civilization is picked, it can't be used again in that series. So if you have like 2 players pick the same civ in the same game, that's fine because it's hidden civilization. But you can't use any of these civilizations in progressive games. So game 2, game 3, game 4 will not have Lithuanians, Mongols, or Mayans in it for any of the players. Players are running around with their kings. You might be wondering why, and the fastest unit in the game is a king in Dark Age. Once you hit Feudal Age, there's cavalry that'll run faster, like scouts will run faster than the kings. And Castle Age and so on, you know, it gets worse and worse as time goes on. There's lots of units that can start outrunning the king. But in Dark Age, they are free to roam the map. And gray and green and orange, actually. I thought I saw orange scouting before. Yeah, they did a little bit of scouting, not so much maybe. And I'm going to continue to do moderator work instead of casting. Thank you, mods. I'm now going to do the elos for each of the players. Give me a moment to get that up for you guys. And Dziamdziak apparently doesn't exist. I'm just going to say he's at 2200. Oh, good. Teutonic Tanks doesn't exist either. That's perfect. That makes this really easy. Let's see. Dziamdziak. 2260. And Teutonic Tanks is an 1853. Boom. Elo's posted now. I believe we got everything set. Players are walling up. Gray's throwing down some walls. We've got a 3 Woodline Arabia here for Dziamdziak. He's going to have pretty protected gold, easily chokeable gold, really exposed berries, and really exposed stone. Secondary stone is way forwards. That's kind of crazy. Orange has got protected secondary gold, exposed main stone, and main gold, sort of protected berries. Archers could probably push you off of that. Green over here in the east is going to have rear protected stone, kind of safe gold, and safe berries with where they've chosen to build their buildings. And looks like Enzberg, the Lithuanian player, is going to be going into scouts. He's going to be first up. You got to be walled by the time players hit feudal age, because if you get in with scouts, you can run into the town center and snipe the king. And we've already seen that. We saw this today, actually. Looks like Enzberg's going to try to hold Gray open for this scout strat. I think they're going to try and go in and get Gray. Gray's got to be careful. Their king is positioned directly between Gray and Green's base.
Well, we're boned.
Green's going to try and hold it open here, guys. And yeah, that literally could be it for Dziamdziak. I'm not even joking. Failing to get these walls up in time is very, very bad. He's going to have to, like, prioritize defending these walls. He's doing a really good job of microing the Vil onto the scout. Second scout coming back, and Dziamdziak's going to lose another villager. Wait, did he lose the first Vil? Yeah, actually, I guess he saved the first Vil. He loses one. New hat. That's bad. Why would you pull back? Why would you pull back? You were right there. Why would you stop? Why would you stop? What the f? That was close, Dziamdziak. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Muscle memory thinking it will garrison? Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking you dive that. What? What? What the actual crap? New DE things. Yeah, no kidding. What?
Another one. Yes.
1v2 and cheat? No. No, poor Dziamdziak's gonna be paranoid for the rest of this set now. Oh no, DE, what have you done? Like, actually, that was ridiculous. There's a wall there, right? I can't even believe this. I don't think that was a wall hack. I think that's just a glitch. Like, hills have always been weird in this game. They're extra weird these days, but that was like, what? All right, well, at least it didn't affect the game, guys. At least not that badly. That's pretty brutal, though. I mean, Dziamdziak did lose another Vil to clear that up. Green should have not killed those Vils. Under the rules of the tournament, he's fine. If he's going by the handbook, then he's okay. Because he didn't... I really doubt an Enzberg intentionally glitched through that wall, guys. But, like, he literally tried... You saw that he tried to hit the palisade, and then the knights... Or the scouts ran through the wall to hit the palisade. So it definitely was not Enzberg doing anything intentional. So... Like 100% not intentional. I do agree he probably could have deleted the scouts that got through. But then you're just kind of hurting yourself unnecessarily. Like I don't know. I think the game happens the way it happens. Dziamdziak walls in the scout from Teutonic Tanks and takes one out. This is a free-for-all. That's correct. So it's a 1 versus 1 versus 1. It's not 2v1. It's a 1 versus 1 versus 1. Only one player from the set remains in the tournament. And it's a first to 2 victories. Okay? So first player with 2 victories moves on to the semifinals. The maximum number of games you have in a set with those rules is 4. Yep, Mayan player and Dziamdziak, the Mongol, both up. And Dziamdziak's going to boom, going to drop town centers. Mayan player's already dropped one and is going to throw a castle down as well. Green still isn't fully walled. A bit of a risk at this point. You got to imagine, like, if the Mayan player was making eagles, things could be ending very quickly. But we will be up around, like, the 20.5-minute mark. That's not horrible. And we'll have a pretty decent economy behind it. Scouts to Knights is really good for that. And Enzberg, the Lithuanian player, I think he'll be happy snatching up the map control with the scouts and moving out to take relics. Lithuanian player is going to, like, really want those relics. First of all, not only are you going to want the relics just for passive gold generation, but you also want those extra attack points on your knight line. And in a game like this, when you could potentially be getting to Paladin, that can make a huge difference. Free-for-alls, players tend to end up Imp. Not always, especially with these settings that leave people wide open and people pressuring in Castle Age, just like a regular 1v1 because of the ease of sniping a king. Like, you got to think the plumes get in, Gray is going to struggle, right? And that king's hurt. It needs to be healed. Gray got caught out between Gray and Green with their king earlier. I would be happier seeing... I think we're going to need Siege, yeah. I was just going to say Siege Workshop. Wish I'd said it before the foundation went down. Man was so far ahead of you in Age of Empires. Are you playing on Xbox, Dursky? You're going to struggle against PC players on Xbox, probably. I can't say that for sure, but seems likely. Build orders are a thing in RTS, and they're very strict and takes practice to do them. So there's a steep learning curve at the beginning that falls off. And then it stops being about a learning curve and more about, like, studying. I don't know how to put it. It stops being about physically how to play the game and what to do, and more about how you use the things that you've learned to do against what other people do. It's actually what's really cool to me is that threshold is dropped. Like, that used to be exclusive reserved to, like, the top players, and you're seeing that permeate lower. Like, you're seeing games around 1400. I can say from experience where you're both, like, playing the strategy you meant to play into each other because you both scouted each other, and then it's a lot better. It's just the game quality in terms of the similarity to higher level games it's great. It'll help everyone get better at AoE long term. Right now, Orange has a ton of map control. Green still has a bit. We only have 3 scouts. Did we put a monastery down yet? We do have a monastery down. And do we have monks? We got 2 in queue. Couple knights back at home. Getting some scouting info. We'll check in with our players' points of view here. And Green's running around, I think, just trying to track the relics down. They've got one trapped over here. Do they even know? Yeah, they know about that one. And then there's 2 up front. One over here between Gray and Orange. Looks like Orange might try and break through. They're pressuring Gray's wood line right now. Could potentially, like, try and come down here and push in. Or Orange maybe even could forward siege, although I guess you don't want to commit too much at this point. 9 plumed and 4 more on the way. You're 1K, so you'll take the wins where you can get. Oh yeah. You were streaming, Alba? I didn't know you streamed. guy's been in my chat for 2 years, and he's never mentioned he streamed once, I don't think. Stuff. Go follow Albatross Rex. He's a nice enough guy that I guarantee you'll have fun at his stream. I've never seen his stream, but I guarantee you this guy puts so much time and effort into my stream.
Shot it.
Out. Ooh, okay. Enzberg's. The monk got obliterated. I'm pretty sure a bunch of arrows actually hit that monk's head.
Shot it.
Anyways, Mind Player is going to waltz in and snag that one up. Pretty critical that the Lithuanian player doesn't end up with more than like 1 or 2 relics. Even 2 is pushing it. Like I said, you get into that late game, and it gets bad. Didn't say it at first because I was too involved, but I loved your casting over Game 3 so much it completely made me forget how hellish it was to play it. That was a great game. That was an excellent game, Otter.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm doing the format justice. I'm trying really hard, guys. I'm enjoying trying hard. That makes sense. I'm enjoying working hard. Holy sh... All right, Villager wins. Didn't expect to be that happy after peeking in. You guys gave me some great content. Oh my god, the murdering continues. Let me tell you, the one thing you don't want to be in Age of Empires 2 is an old man with a stick. God.
Jeff's here and he looks like he's got something to say.
We're enjoying you trying hard, Grath. Personally, I like when you get all yelly, screamy, and then you start screaming about how wizards are the best.
I don't do that.
No, I heard you yelling, wizards are the best! Wizards are awesome!
No. No. Could you switch to Teutonic tanks color to blue? Possibly. Also, I might screw everything up. No. You get nothing. We're orange, gray, and green. Deal with it. They clash terribly. Gray's grabbing up as much map control as they can. I wonder if this is just to have like more kingpin space. We're not really getting any. I guess we're getting some gold. We definitely don't want to throw our manga die. We only have 3 of them. I love it when Grath gets angry at my incompetence in AoE. Newbie, don't talk to me. I'm still frustrated at you. Seeing your name frustrated. And the stone wall is broken open. Dziamdziak's gonna have knights in this corner they decided to wall off for some reason. I don't know why. Why are we walling this? If there's gold, I get it, but why not out here? Oh my god, we're having a TC drop here. Dziamdziak and Enzberg are going to split a wood line and each take their own stone, it looks like. All right, so Enzberg's a 1700. He was also a finalist from last year. He was a finalist of last year's Ring of Fire. He's one of the players that excels in killing higher elo players. There's a few of them that are hanging around the tournament. And you might think, well, if you excel at killing high elo players, why don't you just do that on the ladder and then be a high elo player? Oh my god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, he canceled Imp from that town center, guys. He canceled Imp. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he actually canceled Imp from that town center. He had Imp coming in here. Is that a fast Imp? No, it's not a fast Imp. It's past 32 minutes. I totally lost track of whatever I was talking about when I noticed that. I have no idea what I was saying now. Anyways, Plumes from Orange. Dziamdziak's going to be getting pressured from two sides here. We got multiple castles up at home. How much gold do we have? We've got this. Our extra gold and stone are in such a bad spot. The next castle has to be here. About the high elo. Oh, right. Enzberg is a high elo killer. There's like him, all the finalists from last year, Trundo, Joey, and Enzberg, were all like really good at taking out high elo opponents. Enzberg in particular is an expert at playing to the meta. And he's done that this year already, so I'm kind of interested to see how he's going to do against Dziamdziak and Teutonic Tanks, who's similar elo to him, at higher. Blipe Donier, that's correct. You wouldn't care if Dziamdziak is 500 elo. Mongols have to be 2v1. Why aren't they high elo players on the ladder? Because they excel at the free-for-all format. Thank you for finishing my thought, Red Stag. Because these are players that excel at the free-for-all format, and they are good in the late game. They're players that are like 2K plus late game players, basically. But mid and early game and getting to late game is where they struggle. In particular, Joey, and actually no, all three of them, none of them in particular. Murphy, Joey 1, 2, 3, 4, Enzberg, and Trundo are all like cut from the same silk in that way. Where they're really, really, really good late game, and they know what composition and when to strike, and have really good late game sense and everything like that. And they just stink at getting there. But you put them in a free-for-all where they're given a little bit of breathing room. Because, I mean, look at Green right now, right? Green, like Enzberg, this is who I'm talking about, Enzberg. He can do anything he wants. He's got so much room for activities, and he's got a super safe walled-up base. It's really, really, really well built. Everything is very efficient. You know, he's going to have forward buildings to make military from that are going to be relatively close to both orange and a little bit closer to green than they would be otherwise. Like, they know how to make good decisions. It's just their speed of play and then their ability to micro and macro. And the speed of their macro is their difference between these guys in particular and the 2Ks. Teutonic Tanks, I can't speak. This is the first tournament that I can recall seeing them for more... I don't know if they've played in any previous tournaments. I can't remember. Were they in the tournament last year? They didn't stand out to me from a memory perspective, at least. Another example would be the Force Nothing show matches that GL played a few weeks ago versus the veteran. Yeah, exactly. Understanding the map and the map meta is the most important thing. Knowing how to use, like, it's great if you have civ knowledge and skill ability, but if you know how to play the map, that can often change everything. Like, picture a player going FC versus someone going with a hybrid build on 4 lakes, for instance. But knowing how to play the map is very, very, very important. And in Wrang of Fire, the map basically includes the settings every game, is the 1v1v1 format, and in this particular case, the ungarrisonable kings, and understanding how to shield and protect your king, and knowing the balance between having a secure king in a pen and when to do it versus having a king loose in your base. And I actually think this is a good example. Is Dziamdziak's king is kind of in a good spot. You never know if Teutonic Tanks is going to come forward and spring a couple petards and then fire a bunch of eagles into your base. So having your with Plumes backing it up. So having your king loose and maybe able to cycle over to the right is a really good idea. Green's creeping from the right side. Speaking from the right. Dziamdziak says to Green, if you don't attack him now, you won't win. Green says, I'm going to attack him soon. Teutonic Tank says to Enzberg that Dziamdziak keeps walling. So Enzberg's playing both players off of each other. Yeah, exactly, Red Stag. He's talking to both and telling each of them that he's going to attack the other one. The classic. The classic technique. What's... Okay, I think I had a stone wall selected. Yes, there we go. Mongol player really doesn't want to lose too many castles. Needs those for Mangadai production. Guys, I thought of a way to make Mongols even more overpowered. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear how you can make the Mongols even more overpowered? Give them a unique, make their unique. Take drill away. Okay, drill's too overpowered. Get rid of drill. Replace drill with a technique that makes it so they can make Mangadai from archery ranges. get rid of drill. Because once the Mongols have drill, it's all over. 90% of the time. How you gonna stop drill, Siege Ram? Damn, nope, don't want it. Mangadai can be created from houses. No, that's too much. But that's similar. Then that's similar to the Huns tech with their Tarkins, where they can make Tarkins at stables, right? Or the Goth tech, where they make Huskarls from barracks. Do Eagles beat Mangadai? What? Oh, the Eagles broke in! What? This is open? The Eagles break in, and down goes Dziamdziak. What? How is this open? Hold on a second. No. Oh my God. It's literally just open. That is brutal. And that's it. That's it for Dziamdziak. We are going to have part 2 of this game. This is absolutely ideal for Orange. Orange is going to keep most of their army. They still have 70 Eagles and a bunch of plumes. Ooh. The lead is coming out. Elite lead is 16 plus 5 leaders. How many relics? Oh, man, 3 relics for the Lithuanian player. This is bad. This is real bad. Enzberg might be in a real strong position here, and he's going to go forwards and hit Orange. And boy, where have we seen this before? Shades of the Otter one from the last set. And Green is just going to immediately all in Teutonic Tanks. Teutonic Tanks was ready for it, though. That is such a clutch snipe for Orange. Like, actually. Orange is potentially, it looks like Orange is going to win this game. Just, they might not because of the elite leaders, but with the army numbers, 90 army versus 30, it's pretty bad right now. And it's going to be because of that super efficient snipe. That's really that low impact snipe. The low casualty snipe for Teutonic Tanks. And that's really the key to this mode, guys. Is taking a player out of the game that's better than you and still being and then being better than the other player, whether it's in position or elo or what. Boy, this is ugly for Enzberg. So Lithuanians, they get special skirmishers, they get extra armor on their skirms, they're faster moving, and couple that with the elite leaders that have the extra attack and ignore armor. And this could be bad for Teutonic Tanks if Enzberg can get his act together and stabilize. The problem is he's already broken into. Orange is going to continue to pressure. This is why buildings are not really good for post-imp. You need stone walls. You need fortified stone walls. Teutonic Tanks researches treason. We're clearing up some of the Eagle raids. Still up around 110 vills. Didn't hurt too bad, but the pressure will continue. And now we can just crank Eagles. Look at all those ranges at the front of Enzberg's base. This is an accurate response. 94 army to 41. That's the tail of the tape at the moment. Targeting the relics. Oh, great call out, Emperor Al-Hassan. Lithuanian player loses relics, and now these leaders just dropped 3 attack on each one. And the Halbs swoop in. And with the Eagles behind it, this is looking over for Enzberg now. The Eagle Halb spam. We're going to go with the most aggressive castle we can definitely get away with, I think. Oh, we could just go. This is over. Enzberg has one hope, which is some sort of stab at a king snipe. What would they need to achieve that? Let's look at how they would have to king snipe. Other than running through that gate, let's assume they actually have to break in. Well, they could siege tower. They could siege tower and then run in with some cav archers right now. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I do not think that's going to happen. Paladin? The Paladin clicking from Enzberg still hasn't rebuilt those relics, but he does have a monk going to snatch it up. The Paladin went clicking when your opponent's already halb. You needed Letus. I guess the problem is we don't have enough castles. We only have 2 castles for Letus, but Paladin is a bad call. Bad call, in my opinion. If we had 3 relics still, maybe. Right? Maybe? If we get those relics back. Bit of a misplay here, actually, from Orange not snagging those up while they had the opportunity. And we actually had to abandon that forward castle. It was able to be denied by Green. Already spending those res, just go hand cannons. Yeah, at this point, hand cannon Hussar. Hand cannon Hussar. Eagle raids in the south now, too. Don't forget, I think there should still be some extra res. Maybe not. Orange definitely got that batch there. There's some res here. Orange going to try another castle, but there's nothing here to defend it. And all the vills go down. What happened to all the halbs? Why are we not making halbs? We need halberdiers. No halb production. That eco difference is pretty stark, though, guys. Enzberg did get the relics back, yes. And now it's behind a castle, too. And we denied a castle. I have no idea how Enzberg is taking as good of the fights as they are, or how they're not completely dead yet. It helps that Orange keeps fighting with half their army at a time. We're going to lose all these eagles. Even with the halbs there to help out. We're going to clear this, and then we might be able to run in and take out... I don't know, the meat shield. The plumes are firing so fast. But Green will clear. Green's going to clear. What? What a fight from Enzberg, man. And these Paladin, I think maybe Teutonic Tanks was thinking, no, I got rid of the relics. No. No. We need to swap, though. I'm glad we're not making more Paladin, because we're going to need to swap, but we don't have the eco for the swap. We're going to need more economy. We need to get a town center down. And I don't think we're going to be able to, or a mill or something. We need these farms back. Ooh. This is open. Why is Orange focusing on plumes? Possibly for sniping. I mean, Green notices. Does Orange have more vills coming forwards to finish this castle? No. Orange is technically open over here. We're trying to get back onto Palace Skirm, but we have no production at all right now from Enzberg. Feels like the inevitable. Enzberg needs a siege tower and a something. Yeah, it's over. Enzberg calls GG. Teutonic Tanks is going to take this one the old-fashioned way. And Enzberg, despite the 2,000 relic gold and the Paladin with +5 and Elitis and everything else and the really good timing, Teutonic Tanks manages to go in and snipe Gray's King and did so with enough of a advantage and a lack of units lost that they're able to turn around and then go right after Enzberg and take them out of the game. Look, we barely lose. We lose some eagles. We don't lose nothing, guys. We don't lose nothing. But we did not lose very much to snipe that king. Not at all. I can't believe... First of all, also really well played by Orange for noticing that they were in, because they definitely had to right-click onto the king. And we have more action coming up. Coming up, we'll look at the stats. We look at the stats. And we see the KD for Teutonic Tanks, who played this well all through. And Dziamdziak the High Elo was the first one out. So I would wager dollars to donuts that will be a bit more careful this time around. We will get the score adjusted here. Thanks, Dursky. Score. That's the right side. Oh my God, my brain is goo. And I need to use the facilities. But I will show you guys the map pool. So Arabia is done, and they're gonna have the pick of any of the remaining games to play. So the winner picks the next map. So Teutonic Tanks will pick game 2. Wrang, what is your channel viewer amount record? I got rated by T90 in April of 2020, and I think that got us pretty high. I also got rated by the Viper during my 24-hour stream and during Wrang of Fire 3, so I think one of those might be near the top. And I also had a couple raids come in from a guy known as Otofu, who streams Dead by Daylight, and we had yesterday when we had Memb and Dave raid within 10 minutes, so one of those probably. The best day that I've had for myself, just my own stream without any raids coming in at all. Actually, the last Wrang of Fire stream, we got up to 350 viewers without any raids. And then last year would have been a Wrang of Fire stream as well, I think, when we got up to 300 or 400 viewers too, without any raids. So you guys this is one of the best ones that I've ever done, quite frankly. Yeah, we have 350 right now. This is one of the best streams that I've ever gotten. I thank you guys for being here. I'm really proud of the quality of the games that I got, the job that I'm doing with covering everything, and you guys being here with me. Downloading game 2 right now. I'm not going to be able to get through this without going to the bathroom. I have to. I'm dying. Well, we are going to take a 3-minute break before we do game 2, but we have game 2 and then probably more after that, if I had to guess. This is game 2. Load that in. Before the next game, why don't I show you guys Enzberg's... Do I have Enzberg's path to the... Yeah, I have Enzberg's path to the finals. So this is... Enzberg is actually a finalist in last year's tournament. And I made a video that detailed how they got into the finals last year. So while I run off and we take a very, very, very quick break before we come right back to the action, why don't you guys check out how Enzberg was? You can learn a little bit about him and why I'm so excited for one of the for like a 1700 in a tournament with a bunch of 2Ks in it. Great castle going up from green. The Mangoes are going to be in to defend, and we're going to see quick walls. Great quick walls from Classic Pro. The Mangoes are going to range most of the villagers building this castle. The Knights chop at the house foundation and break in. They're going to take out the siege. As green is piling the pressure here. Crossbows in behind are nice. 10 plus 6 Knights. These are big, chonky boys. Classic Pros calling GG. Good luck next. Wow. That's a lot of Knights. And guess where they're heading? The race is on. Hey, Classic Pro, get Cavalry. You got plus 6. You got plus 6 Knights. Great plan, possibly. You poked at a 2K, and then now you're going to get crushed to death. And this one's going to go to Enzberg. I'd be annoyed if I was Kapach. I wouldn't. Good job, Nubs. Good job, Nubs. Yeah, it's looking over for Flem. He needed to make something happen and isn't. Because the players selected the civilizations incorrectly, admin's decision was to go back and replay it from the first game. Although admin actually screwed up and didn't realize that Kapach hadn't won the first game, so Kapach got a free point in this series. Which is okay, because he won in the actual set the first time around, when it was played with the incorrect civs, so that kind of actually feels okay to me. I'm actually kind of okay with how that worked out, even though it wasn't what admin intended. That actually seems even more fair. Okay, Trebuchets managed to set up in range, and we had some quick barracks walls go down from Enzberg here to block it off. Lem's going to lose the wonder and calls the GG. Enzberg is going to take this one. GG's in chat for Flem, Enzberg, and Kapach. This was an insane set filled with drama and anything else. It's happening. Enzberg's going for the Wonder against 4,400 ELO worth of opponent. You guys heard me right. Whoa! And the Huskarls are through. Enzberg is going to push with the Huskarls. He could get to the back of... He might go right to the back of Song Song's base. Song Song can't defend this. 200 IQ here from Enzberg with the timing of this attack, who, even though he has a Wonder going up, is going on the offensive. The first time we've seen this in Wrang of Fire 3. We're getting a 4th castle going down. That's going to be difficult to push, even with like 6 trebs. Armor cannons doing work on the hand cannons, surprisingly enough. Great micro here from Enzberg. Ellie says, I can't possibly kill both Wonders, and GG's. Song Song calls GG, and Enzberg is going to take one by, we're calling it a technical Wonder victory. Excellent play here from Enzberg to secure themselves the win with the 5 castles and the obscene Goth army here in Imp, as Song Song and Ellie slept on the Goth and basically handed the 1670 the victory here in Game 1 of Wrang of Fire's semi-finals. Is this gonna work? The Siege Auditors on the Ellies. Now the DVS from these things will pile up. Oh my god, there's so many. The elephants. There's enough elephants that it's gonna work, guys. We only need 2 or 3 elephants to break through and take out all the siege for Song Song. What a fight here. All the elephants are dying. How many Virgin War elephants just died? But now there's no Halb Mass. Enzberg just sitting back and Song Song and Ellie just killing each other. Literally just Ellie and Song Song just wailing on each other. Not even a mention of Enzberg in that clip. That's why it's the Legend of Enzberg. Wrang of Fire 3 finalist, Enzberg. Let's see if he can make it to the semifinals this time around. So now you guys can get maybe an idea why I'm so excited to watch Enzberg plays, because these, when I say these low elos in quotation mark, are experts at playing this format. They really, really, really are. They know exactly what to do. We've got game 2, and we're going to my favorite map for this tournament. We are going to Hamburger. So Teutonic Tanks with the pick. The winner picks the next map, and he's picked Hamburger, and that's where we're going. So strap in, because we got more Wrang of Fire kicking off right now. Here at the round of 27. Enzberg is going to be in the west, playing as green. He's going to be the Portuguese. Teutonic Tanks is going to be playing in orange. He's going to be the Koreans. And Dziamdziak in the south, going to be playing as the Spanish in gray. And this is Hamburger. Hamburger, this is the fairest spawning Hamburger we've seen in quite a while, actually. We have a little bit of extra map here for Dziamdziak and Teutonic Tanks, but not a ton. Here on Hamburger, there's a big pile of wood in the middle that separates the 3 players. If they go to the ends of the wood, they have to drop walls, because right now you can run around. You can run into your opponent's base. Teutonic Tanks has actually already done that. They have their scout hiding in Enzberg's base, and I think maybe you just, like, honestly, I think you just leave your scout here and wait till Feudal Age and then try and see if you can pick off your opponent's king is not the worst play. The king's not being able to hop into ship completely changes how Hamburger is played, and it's honestly great, says Alpachi in my chat. Yeah. This is the funnest map in the tournament. I think both to play, to watch, and everything. So kings can't garrison in transport ships, which means they're trapped in the center. So you kind of have this inside-out game going on. And a map concept that I had for a custom map that I wanted for the tournament was called Inside Outra. So what I wanted was Socotra, but with an outer ring that was completely separated from the inner ring. And then have the kings on one, and then not even have the ability to transport between them. So this is kind of like that idea, but I don't know, better, right? I feel like that's a better execution of the idea, because then you actually, going on the water is slightly more interesting than not. In that
Libov
case.
wants to say something, Grath.
Wraith, I just wanted to say, you are a beast. And as a Canadian, I am proud of you. Oh, wait, I'm Canadian? When did that happen?
Around the time your mother came to Canada in 1953.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But then why do I have this accent?
I don't know. We are seeing gray walled off from orange. So gray's walled orange off, and orange has walled green off, and green and gray have not walled each other off at all. Now, we talk about like how the meta of how this should be played, all right? Orange has the lead. So if you're Enzberg or if you're Dziamdziak, you don't care if the other player wins so much as you don't want orange to win. Like, if you're Dziamdziak, you'll take Enzberg wing. It's not ideal, but you'll take it way, way, way over Teutonic Tanks winning. So as a matter of consequence, Enzberg and Dziamdziak should be working together to take Teutonic Tanks out. That's what I think. It's in every player's best interest to do that. If you're Teutonic Tanks, you should be planning a double king snipe strategy, because you're probably going to get 2v1'd.
Piggy.
That makes the most sense to me. I mean, why would you not at least take a stab at it is the thing that I keep coming back to with this tournament. It's so cheap to make like 6 cab archers. And compared to the payoff, I mean, in particular. Like, obviously, it's not nothing. It's a bunch of wood and archery ranges and time and blah, 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 blah. But compared to what you might get for doing it, what a great show we're getting here. Thank you, M. Santolu. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. Make sure you're followed. After Wrang of Fire, I'm planning on doing way more casting than ever before. Like, this is going to be mostly a channel, a casting channel. And we're going to see if we can get better at AoE by casting instead of playing. That's the plan. What do we think is the best Civ? Out of these 3, you know what? Koreans might actually be the sleeper pick here. Their war wagons are exceedingly good at sniping. I feel like even against the Spanish conquistadors, the Korean war wagons, they'll do pretty good. The Portuguese are good late game, and they're pretty decent on water, but these hamburger games, the average hamburger game, I think, goes like 28 minutes or something. Like, you should not be planning for imp if you're on hamburger. You should be planning for a strong, like, mid-cast lage push. Wouldn't see why not you wouldn't reach a level of T90 Dave and Memba casting. Because I have to be enthusiastic about what I'm casting, Fuzi, or the product suffers massively. And I've struggled with that in the past. What's helping me is that I'm honest with myself. So I know how to work and what to work on. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that's been a problem. I like casting my content. When I cast other people's content, I feel bad. I'm hoping Nations Cup helps me break that thing in my brain.
Enough is enough.
It feels like it's everybody's.
I have had it with these motherfucking
Dear Slaughters.
on this motherfucking
Game.
I think my favorite part about the Enough is Enough redeem is that it's like it's more obscene than anything chat could write to go into it. Oh God, why did I say that? Oh God, why did I say that? But then also, I feel like the fact that it's Samuel L. Jackson saying "mother" just kind of dulls it out somehow. Like hearing him say it, it feels more natural than when I say it. Title wrong, or are these Smurfs? Oh, dude, thank you, Puff Muckle. Thank you very much. I apologize. Thank you for the call out. Just forgot to update the title. This is game 1 of this set, so you're at a really good time and place, Mr. Puff Muckle. Mr. or Mrs. or whoever, however you identify. Oh, God! I think War Wagon's 100% snipe if they transport. That makes the most sense. This is game 2. One of those things. I can count the 2. No, I guess I can't. Do we have any signs of any transport ships? We got galleys from Dziamdziak coming out. We got a fire ship from Enzberg defending this side. We've got green and orange communicating with each other. And then we have orange pressuring gray and gray pressuring orange. Do we have any kind of militaries? Yeah, we got military. I was going to say military boats. So Navy. We do have a Navy coming out from Teutonic tanks. Are we going to see a turtle ship? Are we going to see a turtle ship? Oh, I want to see a turtle ship. So bad. Why are you stepping on me? Dad, who wants a turtle ship? I will gift a sub if we see a turtle ship. I want a turtle ship. The turtles. I want a turtle ship more than I want a king snipe.
Food, please.
Enzberg says heavy on water, 3 docks. Dziamdziak says, you know who won first game? He's yelling at Enzberg. Enzberger communicates back, yes. I try land. Why are they working against Dziamdziak? That's actually like a bad decision. Why do people think they're smarter than the meta? Okay, wait, is that actually hitting anything? Hands damp, man. Dropping 5 subs out of nowhere. What? Thank you very much. Have a crab spin.
37 forced 5 people to consume Wrang juice. What a legend.
What a legend indeed. Thank you very much. You got a sub from Hans. Make sure you thank him. Hans Domp. Warming the fish up for him. I like me my fish roasted. Get a food bonus for having a fire ship nearby. Thank you very much for the Wrath Crab. Much appreciated. And thank you, Hans.
Right to jail, right away.
Right to jail right away. Teutonic Tanks is right to Castle Age right away. And what's the plan now? So we're Koreans, we're in Castle Age, we're gathering stone. We can presume a castle drop, but are we going to put it on the wood line? Are we going to put it defensively on the water? I think could be a really good idea. Guys, if we have a turtle ship, make sure you remind me to gift the sub, all right? Boozy's dropping a gift sub to Hans, turning me back into a crab again.
Fauci Fire Forced Handstamp 1337 to consume the Wrang juice. Fauci Fire gifted a tier 1 sub to Handstamp 1000.
Let's go! That's right.
They have given
It's literally couldn't be more on the main gold. Could not be more on the main gold. That is literally touching Dziamdziak's gold. That is 11. Bah. How else do you react to this? Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. This is obviously in favor of Enzberg. Okay, Enzberg just wants to win this game. I think Enzberg should pressure orange. Like, what can Enzberg see? Hold on. What does Enzberg see? Enzberg's got nothing. He's hitting gray. It's 2v1 on gray right now. Enzberg legitimately does not even know. Oh, the war wagon's diving the king. And could one war wagon take out the king, guys? Here we go. Teutonic Tanks is on the hunt. Second war wagon coming out. And a third one. The king is dodging, it's dipping, it's diving. Dziamdziak is just dancing his face off here. To his credit. That was a serious dive attempt by Orange. Holy moly.
Yes.
Yep. Conk out from Dziamdziak. Thank you, guys. We're almost on our second hype train of the stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support. Very much appreciated. You got murder holes? I think that was the town center garrison. That was the town center garrison that took out the war wagon. White Knight. He doesn't have a university, so I don't think he got murder holes. Good call it, though. That was weird. It looked weird. It looked like it came from the castle. No, the castle town center combination is actually really strong for, because you're going to have to keep your king somewhere nearby. And for the exact reason you guys just saw, the combination of the arrow fire from both, players can't just camp under the castle then and still snipe your king as you try to keep it near and then pressure from just off of where the castle ranges. And now look how exposed the king will be this time. You'll see my point if we get there. Ooh, green castle dropping the wood as this is happening. Green's also expanded to the outside here. Gonna go snatch up relics. Enzberg is thinking the game after already. Like, he's thinking a step ahead of everybody. And this is what I mean by these low reload players that just play to the meta so well. Like, he's thinking, like, what's gonna happen if this happens? He's not worried about, like, you know, exactly how it goes. They be hating castle going up. This is a lot of pressure from Teutonic tanks. You know what's crazy, guys? Is Teutonic tanks' eco isn't absolutely horrible behind this either. Now that is a disaster waiting. That is the most. That is so monk-esque. Okay, well, Teutonic tanks noticed and pulled those back, but guess what? That's not much better. That food eco is not going to hold up. Why don't green and orange try to snipe each other with a transport? Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because we happen to have a transport right here, don't we? And we do have some conks right here. You know, those are pretty good at sniping. Pretty good at sniping, guys. Orange picking off Dziamdziak's fishing. And look at that. We got transport. We got some of these guys. And oh, this could be bad. We're going to put a bunch of villagers in the transport ship. And yeah, we might want to not do that next to our opponent's army. Orange has university and ballistics. I still don't see a university or no university or ballistics for orange. Gray added another town center. Yeah, they need to get out to the outside. Yes, this is a good call. I like this call. Let's throw down a TC. Green's throwing down stone wall. This is what I mean by Enzberg thinking ahead. Okay. And the war wagons are back with a vengeance. We're trying to keep the king on the opposite side of the castle from the war wagons. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I kind of want to see a 2-0 from Teutonic tanks because that'd be really unexpected. If I was orange, I'd stop army invest eco to not get destroyed by green. You don't care about green if you're orange. You have to have confidence that you'll outplay them from here. I think you gotta have some confidence in yourself. Hey, maybe you're right, Ham. Maybe you're right. But I think you gotta have confidence in either your base construction or your ability to boom. He didn't sneak. You know what? If orange had gotten to the outside, it'd be a lot better. Enzberg's looking like the best position there. There's the university for the Korean. Get ballistics and you win. Yeah. The thing is, I think the king's actually faster than a war wagon. Yeah, the king is slightly faster than a war wagon, but you could probably swarm the king if you were. We've got 14, 15 wagons in a second. And we got a castle going down defensively. I kind of wish this was on the water, guys. We're going to try and sneak some vills to the outside. Green could come across and, like, cut this dock off, but they aren't. Gonna have to be careful. We've got to transport with 5 vills in. We need to get that to the outside. There's lots of extra res out there. But don't forget, you have to maintain a presence in the middle to keep your king safe, because you cannot transport the king. Kings are ungarrisonable. I'm surprised we've not seen a transport attempt yet. Green's king is wide open, for instance. Like, either from orange. I guess orange is busy pressuring gray, but gray should go try and take out one of the two opponents. It would take a lot of pressure off. Or then the other opponent might just all in them. But it's better than 2v1. At least I think so. Rank of Fire 5 equals hamburger only. There's definitely something magic about these settings with this map in particular. With having the king trapped in the middle, it's kind of magic. This castle is ridiculous. right in the pocket of the gold. I mean, let's send... I mean, orange could also just set up for the double king snipe at this point. The green is so open. Literally, I mean, that might be why that transport's waiting there, guys. This is going to be chopped through in a moment. There's 90 wood left. Gray has a wall up. We might be able to pound through the castle, or the house. Casa? I said castle, and then I was going to say casa, which would have been correct, but I'm not Spanish, so... But transport. Transport. Just send the transport this way. You can transport right here. Yep. I find the lack of transported king snipes disturbing. Everybody's got a transport ship. All right. Nobody's putting units in them and sending them another player's king. I'm not happy about that. Rank of Fire 5 equals hamburger only. And then Albatross Rex says, Dominoes. Conks, come out. They might get trapped here. We have ballistics. Enzberg, our first player to Imperial Age. Conscription. We've got a ton of organ guns banked up in that castle. Caravel. Portuguese get a ship known as the Caravel. It's basically a scorpion on water. So it shoots through units. It does like pass-through damage. And if you get a big mass of them, they're nigh unstoppable. Do we have a Treb coming out yet? Trebuchet? 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 Can we get a Trebuchet?
Enzberg, please report to the Trebuchet office. Enzberg to the Trebuchet office.
We need a trap. Give me a trap. Trap. Where is my turtle ship? Where is my transported king snipe? Where are my trebuchets? What is this crap? Teutonic Tank says I treb him. Enzberg says I'll finish him. Teutonic Tank says okay. Why are you teaming up on Dziamdziak? Why? Just because you guys are 400 elo lower? I think green should go after orange now. I think either of them should attack the other one now. I think it makes the least amount of sense for Teutonic Tanks to continue to press Dziamdziak as it could ever make. He should just sit back. He has Enzberg attacking for him. He doesn't need to. That's a lot of rams coming, though. It probably doesn't want to lose that castle. Gonna try to defend with some more wagons. Still no signs of anything going on over there. Green and orange and like some semblance of a truce. Villagers repairing, also battering. I wonder if the trebuchet is to treb the rams. Oh, it's gonna start hitting the castle. Okay. Gray cycling the king a little bit. Eco check-in. Enzberg with 113 villagers. Basically has his two opponents combined almost. As Dziamdziak has 63. Teutonic Tanks with 73. It has expanded to the outside finally. Orange is inside green's base. Green had to cycle that king away. Orange decided to try and take a stab. You'd have to be careful. We're exposed on the water there. Treason brought in by Teutonic tanks. The war wagons are coming back. And we just have this. Okay, the caravels are gonna do the job, I think, guys. They might. Or they might not. Oh, have to dance the king to dodge shots here. Wow. That is crazy. And the conks are diving orange at the same time. Gray is going to orange's base. But orange brought the king into gray's base already. This is nuts. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, Enzberg might run right into the conks. He has to pull the king back. Now as the organ gun's coming out, this is a mess. Players are all over each other's bases right now. We still have a war wagon roaming around. Caravel's now pressuring orange from the sea. Green and gray. Gray's going to deny this castle in the south while the war wagons and organ guns hit each other. At least that looks like it's going to be denied. And it looks like orange is going to win this fight against the organ guns, maybe? A lot more HP on those war wagons. Wow. That castle has been denied. It looks like gray's starting to try to wall it off. And we actually had to micro our castle onto the villagers that were trying to wall that off. The war wagons have broken through. And are they going to go for another dive? And it could be another ring around Enzberg's base with the war wagons here. Orange is feeling like they can take both players out. Enzberg cycling the king away again. Got to be careful. There's conks on this side. They come forwards at the same time. Green's going to try and close that back up with Bills. War wagon's getting nowhere fast. Orange's king is here. Gray's king is here. And Hamburger is yet to disappoint. Let me tell you. Consistently great games on this map. Dziamdziak says kill Teutonic to Enzberg. Yes. This is correct. The thing. This is definitely the thing that Enzberg should have won. Yes! Yes! Yes. 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 Because this is going to happen. And we're going for another dive. King survives. It's in the center of the trio of castles that Enzberg has. Orange is going to throw a tower down on the wood line. Gray is holed up nicely in the south. Looks like they dropped the castle on the same spot that Enzberg had a attempt at a castle. King is still over here. I think Gray might spot this in a minute. Gray researched treason? Gray researched treason, but I don't know why. Was it just to scare people? Teutonic says, okay, GG. 11. I mean, that was a pretty all-in dive with the war wagons, and he did it twice. To his credit, almost worked both times. The castle attack gives line of sight. Thank you, Emperor. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And here we go again. Can we get it this time? It's right there. Ooh, the conch mass. The only thing turning that back. This has been a fun game. Another great day of Age of Empires 2. A single war wagon? You never know. You never know. That might just be a garrison point. Orange has eco, man. He just thought they'll kill him, but they didn't. Yeah, Orange has some eco. He's up at 88 vills. Enzberg's been on eco for a while though. The elite caravels. And when do we add cannon galleons and when do they end the game? No one tell Grath his eyes are still zoomed. Thank you, man. We actually have a command for that. Exclamation mark face. You can see how many times I've been faced by my own face. We enjoyed that. Well, the organ guns are coming in. We've got bombards to back this up. That's enough bombards that will take the castle down really, really quick. Newbie, cheers. Thanks for the great games today, Newbie. Low elos have all been delivering on quality games of AoE. Bombard battery on the Korean war wagons. That's one way to deal with that extra HP. There's a bunch of cannonballs. Portuguese also have a tech. Portuguese also have a tech called Arquebus that gives their gunpowder units ballistics-like properties. Teutonic Tanks recognizes the importance of this castle and gonna need it to keep their king alive, and they need to throw all of their army at this organ gun bombard mass. And I don't even know how you would go about microing this. The conch sweeping up from the south. Orange is wide open. $1 million.
Resto donated $4.20. Number 420 screen names in chat.
Number 420. If you have 420 in your name, Restafarian might gift you a sub. Make your presence known if you're unsubbed for 20 names. We've got what is this? How many war wagons is that? 20 war wagons? Are they elite? You should kill Dziamdziak first. Yes, I think that makes sense. Enzberg, I think Teutonic Tanks is correct. Oh, wait, no, he isn't. Teutonic Tanks won the first game. No, he should kill Teutonic Tanks first. They should both attack Orange. Orange has a win. That will forever remain my opinion. No matter what convincing things the players say to me. Oh, God, the pathing. The pathing. King is under attack. Caravel. Green had a pair of caravels on the ocean side. Or the river side, or whatever you want to call it.
Look at all this damage! And we're gonna repair it using Flex Shot.
Ain't no fixing that war wagon. Just about lost the king to a pair of caravels on the water. Orange is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Imagine a cannon galleon shot. Yep. Imagine getting wheelbarrow. 51-minute mark.
I have had it with these motherfucking
Villagers.
on this motherfucking
Woodline.
Whoa! All right. All right. Teutonic Tanks is getting sick of Dziamdziak. Or at least that outpost. Does Enzberg have enough of a food bank? Nah, 8,000 is nothing. That's nothing. Use 2, maybe 3 times more of that, and then we're good to go. Welcome in, welcome in. Low Express Karma. Green's got a pretty considerable army. 6 bombards, 42 elite organ guns, 3 caravels. A couple knights even kick around on the outside. I hadn't even thought about the outside. It's coming in here. Handcart for Dziamdziak. Dziamdziak's the only one not at Imperial Age. I literally just noticed that. He's had so much pressure to deal with. $14. Yeah, here we go. This has been a heck of a game. This was a good game 20 minutes ago, and it's even better now. As all three players are an imp. And look at the expansion from Dziamdziak on the outside. That's quite excellent. Orange is just not even comparable to that. Dziamdziak is the strong player at this point. Enzberg maybe, but... Oh, I forgot about one thing that the Portuguese got. Is the Feitoria. A building that passively generates every res. And that's bad news. Bad news for the other two players. Although I guess we're not quite at the point where there's no res left yet. Both Gray. Does Gray have any? Gray's got a little bit of stone left, actually, and that's it. Both players have fully upgraded skirms. Yep. Beer Cat Man is saying 14. 10 hours stream, yeah. I needed a long AoE day. Does not feel like it's been 10 hours. Still feel like I just woke up. Enzberg, a god free-for-all player. Yeah, you guys have seen, if you were here before the game and you saw the road to the finals for Enzberg, you know it's no jokes. It's no joke with Enzberg. He knows how to play this. That's correct, M. Santolu. Kings are stuck in the middle. So players have creative little pens that they've built. They've built just like fortresses of castles. They've got little labyrinths and like feeding buildings kind of to keep things trapped in. And then the kings can move faster than most units. Like the kings are actually faster than the war wagons. They're faster than this player's organ guns. The conquistadors, I believe, are faster. But no, the conquistadors are actually slower than the king too, guys. This I did not know. 1.3 versus the king's walking speed, which the king's somewhere over there is behind the castle. 1.32 fat is actually the walking speed. Teutonic says, so what do we do now? You gotta attack someone. You gotta attack someone. I mean, in theory, Teutonic tanks could be like, all right, well, you guys are gonna 2v1 me. I'm just gonna GG. I'm just gonna GG. The cannon galleons could hit the king. Ooh, the cannon galleons could have hit the king, guys. That's a bit of a misplay from Enzberg. There are relics on the outside. Enzberg has 3. Dziamdziak has 2. King is in trouble. We've got organ guns on one side, caravels on the other. One does not. Uh-oh. Teutonic tanks. Right there, the bombard cannons. Oh, man. Okay, well, Teutonic tanks just fed their king into the organ guns. I'm not sure it was entirely... and I don't even know if that was intentional or not. It looked like it might have been slightly, to be honest. Also, he had very little space, so... We are getting at least a game 3 out of this one now. We're getting at least one more game now, as neither of the players will be getting a second victory. This game, Teutonic Tanks is out. Those elos out of the way since they're wrong now. Very anticlimactic, yeah, a little bit, a little bit. They can't all be banger king snipes, but this has been a really solid game at least. I don't know if Orange just lost track of their king or decided to just bow out, but make it look like Green sniped their king so that they would attack. I don't know. What I do know is now we've got 49 elite organ guns taking on 53 elite conquistadors. Matchup that we're growing familiar with in this tournament. We also have the caravels that are going to swing around too. And are we going to see Caravel King Snipe? Caravel King Snipe. Where's the king? Where is he? You gotta get him away from there. Where is he? He's in there somewhere. Where is he? Hiding behind the university. Where is he moving him? King is on the move. Bray trying to break it into the north, taking some onager shots there. Keeping an eye on that king though. he moved a couple houses away from the university. Gray's gonna try and swing around to the north. Green can see this. Will they react? Bombards are moving that way. Everything is out of position. And Green's going to have to move the king. Now, good, smart move. We're going to move the king behind the organ guns. This is also a great way for Dziamdziak to take pressure off that main base. Such strategic move. It feels so much like chess. Got to move my king back there so they can't get it there. And I can move my stuff around here. And then Enzberg's like, okay, I'm going to draw him in like this to the double, triple king fire with the bombard cannons on top. The king, he's going for that dive. He is going for that dive. He is going for that dive. The wall's getting it done. Wow. And Enzberg just fed the conks to all of his army. And Dziamdziak calls GG. It's not the worst thing Dziamdziak could do. By being the low elo player next game, Dziamdziak is pretty much guaranteed that either of the players that he wants to will work with him. So if he chooses to work with someone, they'll work against the other player. He gets to pick. So Dziamdziak is actually going to be like surprisingly in control next game, guys. I don't know why her in particular. All right, there you go. When you play a console, select home area and include your king. Oh God. The relic gold for Enzberg definitely helped out. The Viper meme. I'm not gonna say it. Don't get the GG. Enzberg attacks were so horrible. Zem could easily boot back. I'll be straight up. This was
Nice.
This had a great setup and mid game, and this was one of the poorer endings for Hamburger. I was exciting for all the sniping, and then it kind of petered out. The players all were almost too nervous to try the snipe about throwing. But the intrigue around this set is just quite good. It's quite excellent. I'll take you guys over to the map pool, and so you can see where we might go next while I get the next game pulled out. We've got our choice of Acropolis. This is going to be Enzberg's choice here. So he's going to have his choice of Acropolis, Amazon Tunnel Enclosed, Eruption Marketplace, or Socotra. I do have a fancy Civ draft thing, but that's I'm not doing that. I'm not clicking 20 things right now. They just can't pick any civs they've already picked. I can't remember all the civs we picked. I need some sort of automatic thing that does it. I'm going to go as quickly as I can to get this next set. The players were really good about dropping games off. Game 3. Thanks to all the players for... I have no idea who wins the set because they all did what I asked them to. So thank you. Downloading. We got to give it a minute. That last game was truly one of the games of all time. Commercials. Do you guys want ads? Can I run a 3-minute ad chat? Will you guys get mad at me if I do that? And then we won't have any pre-rolls for anyone that comes in during the game. And then I can take a minute and load this in properly. Then everybody who's subbed can watch regular Grath commercials. Triangle with a hexagon nearby.
From the makers of Circle with a rectangle on top comes the all-new Triangle with a hexagon nearby. Enjoy the peace and tranquility of Triangle with a hexagon nearby the pool, at the beach, at the park, or with your family. Let it set you free. Subscriptions to Triangle with a Hexagon nearby are limited. Call now to start experiencing the freedom of Triangle with a Hexagon nearby. Please note, Triangle with a Hexagon nearby is not guaranteed to provide peace, tranquility, or freedom and will not be held responsible for any permanent scarring or disfigurement. Triangle with a Hexagon nearby is not intended for children, seniors, women, men, cats, dogs, or other small creatures. Keep sealed at all times. Triangle with a Hexagon nearby. Geometry is tranquility.
I used to have problems. We all have problems. That's why I looked for a solution. Hi, I'm Barry the Beaver, and I'm here to inform you about our all-new product, Barry's Tail Wax and Lubricant. Tired of your tail not making that awesome slapping sound you love? Are your friends, loved ones, and co-workers disgusted by your horrible slap? Is your tail covered in boils, lesions, or does it fail to smell like vanilla? Well, our vanilla-scented tail wax is made with just 43 ingredients, tailor-selected to make it easy to open, easy to apply, and even easier to remove. Why go through life with a substandard tail? Also, I guess if you're a sick, you can use it as lubricant. You sick. Barry's Tail Wax. Smells like vanilla, tastes like beaver. You sick.
The all-new Farnel Flailer from Farnfack and Fiddle Family Fabrication. Fitted with 5 fantastic features figurated for flailing, flapping, filtering, fiddling, and farneling. For $55.55, you can own the all-new Farnel Flailer from Farnfack and Fiddle Family Fabrication. Farnfack and Fiddle Family Fabrication is not responsible for any deaths that might occur as the use of this product. Reserves the right to travel to your house and will not import paint on you.
Oh, God! The Farn Flailer is burning my skin.
Yes, it is, Jimmy. Yes, it is. Farnel Flailer. Yeah. Farnel Flailer. Yeah.
Are you tired of low-quality baseball baits giving you splinters, staining too easily, or breaking at the most critical moments? Well, come on down to Lubov's slightly used baseball bait emporium, where we stock only the most reliable of baseball baits.
What do you mean by reliable, Lubov?
Don't ask questions.
Okay.
Our baseball baits are portable, rugged, and proven to withstand whatever abuse you can throw at it, or whatever you can throw at it to abuse.
Do they come with a warranty, Lubov?
Don't ask questions. Plus, now, our baseball baits incorporate all new technology, researched from the top scientists of baseball bait. Come this week only and buy 3 baseball baits for the price of 1 kneecap. Lubov's lightly used baseball bait emporium. You might not be able to walk, but you will be able to smile.
Oh, but Lubov, where are you located?
Don't ask questions.
the happy jiggly text on the you might be able, but you will be able to smile. I love it. All right, we're back. Now we're loading in. It means it's time for more Wrang of Fire 4. The greatest tournament known to mankind. I guess.
Lubov wants to say something, Graf.
The irony that I don't sell lube and Barry is the one that sells lube is hilarious.
I don't think it's that funny. Why are you criticizing? Why are you criticizing what I choose to sell, Lubov?
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying it's very ironic.
I feel like somehow you're judging my beaverness. I don't enjoy it. I'm judging the shit out of it. It's disgusting that you're selling people lubricant. It's not lubricant, it's tail wax. I mean, it's literally called wax and lubricant. I knew I shouldn't have included that.
What are we talking about here? I like how we have different tastes in Civ. So far, none double in a game. That's actually true. We haven't had a single double up in any of the games. That's a good mention. We've got in the south, Enzberg is going to be playing as the Tatars in green. We've got Dziamdziak in the west playing as the Magyars in gray. And we've got Teutonic tanks in orange playing as the Berbers in the northeasty north part of the map. We're on Acropolis, and this was Enzberg's pick. Thank you guys for enjoying my Lubov and crew jokes. I have fun doing them. So. Yo, you know what I saw on Just Chatting? People on YouTube are Just Chatting
Jeff
as a
the
category.
Wizard wants to say something,
Shut up,
Brad.
Kev. You know what I saw? I saw they do like a call-in help show, and I was thinking I could do like a call-in help show with Lubov and crew.
Emotional, damn it!
You read the wrong message, you dummy. I did? I'm so lost now. Ban it all. Enough of the Jeff says and Lubov says. Get him away from me. I had enough screen time. How did the last game end? Believe it or not, Meerkat Man, we had an elusive triple king snipe. So all three players sniped each other's kings at the exact same time. It was completely null and void, and we have to replay it. And that's what this is. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell. Okay, that would be awesome if that happened. We did have a double king snipe in the tournament that was like that. The third person just suddenly won. That happened. That was pretty great. You saw orange die. All right, fine. Was it Cannon Galleon? No, it was. Was it? Wait, no, it was. It was just a resign, wasn't it? I feel like it was just. You demand a refund for Jin 73. All right, if we got a is there a moderator here that can handle that? That is actual moderating work. Oh, that's lame. Yeah, it was not a triple snipe. It was the end of the game was actually probably the most disappointing part. No offense to the players or anybody who took their time to watch it, but that was the ending was, you know, a little lackluster. I'll call it out and say it. See, guys, I don't do fake hype. You can see how hype I get when hype things happen, but when regular stuff happens, I'm not gonna fake hype it up. I will do a good job casting it.
Resto tipped $3.90.
Thank you.
Fixed.
Thank you very much. What's that for? What's that for? What's the prize pool at? Should I put the prize pool back on the screen? You guys want the prize pool back on the screen?
Why?
We are at $2,634.20. Thank you very much, Resto. That is the fun for the tournament. It's going to be used to pay. There's 2 show matches that we had. I'm going to subtract the cost of the show matches from the prize pool, and then everything else is going to the tournament pool. And the goal for that amount, I figured, was 5,000. This is what we have. Last year we had close to $5,000. I don't expect that you guys need to, should, or have to, or want to donate. It is free content, guys. Okay, it's free content. We've raised a ton of money already. This is a ton of money. I'm so ecstatic about this. I kind of want to make the goal smaller, just so that people don't feel bad that we didn't hit it. That's an insane amount of money to raise from like random donations like that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody who's donated. If I'm green or orange, I'm saying let's kill gray. Then we'll just 1v1. It's tempting to do that, but then you got to think about the Civ matchup and who wins Berbers versus Tatars.
New hat.
Let's see which hat people want to change. Thank you, Resto. Berbers wreck Tatars. So camel archers will definitely deal with camel archers will definitely deal with the cavalry archers of the Tatars. But they could go Keshiks, and Keshiks actually have like 7 pierce armor when they're fully upgraded. What are the elos? Are those up? I think I got those. Those still the same? Those are correct. Thanks, Josh. Loving all of Wrang of Fire you can catch. If you can't catch it all, you can always visit youtube.com/@Grathrang. Can I redeem new hat? Only hear the voice, but not change the hat? No. It's ridiculous. I want to talk about it. I'm getting distracted by chat too much. Forward gold for Dziamdziak here. Dziamdziak's not gotten very much luck with the map gens. The one thing he does have going for him is he's in a corner, and he's going to have extra gold and a wood behind him. That's pretty nice. And a kind of a trapped relic, too. And a close gold and stone there. And a close gold there. You know, this is pretty good. If we could get this closed up, Dziamdziak will be in a strong position. Enzberg's going forwards and going to wall right to the pond in the middle, it looks like. And just slams shut. This is a pretty, like, sweet setup for Enzberg, though, for walling. Like, you don't even need to go all the way out. You can wall, like, in here. Does Enzberg have trapped gold? He has trapped gold in a relic, but no wood. Orange is going to have, like, a little woody section, but no gold. Enzberg says double blacksmith. Agent doublesmith. Haggling for redeems. I was thinking of making it so that the more times a redeem is redeemed, the cost goes up. Like over the course of a stream, and then it resets at the beginning. Like, oh yeah, the first time you want to set off, wah, it's like 100, but then the 10th time is like 5,000. But that sounds like, I don't know, like I'm trying to suck channel points out of people. Whoa! That's crazy. So there's a 1 in 30 chance of mega another one. 1 in 30. I think it's 1 in 30.
Another one.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 in 30. Hold on.
Another one.
No, it's 1 in... Oh my god, that's crazy. It's like it's roughly 1 in 90 chance. There's a 1 in a 90 chance of getting mega another one. That's crazy. Is it 1 in 90 or is it rotating 1 every 90? It's every time you play another one, it's a 1 in 90 chance of it showing up. Every single time. It's like a jukebox, basically, or whatever. Gamba. So every time you're redeeming, yeah, all the memes are busted. Hello, memes. Memes.
Barry wants to say something.
It's broken. The memes have broken. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to cast without them. Kill switch engage. Oh wait, no one wastes points. That's sad. What the fuck did you build for a base? What's Orange saying? Who's he saying this to? He's looking at Green's giant walls. He's looking at Green's giant walls. There you go, Adio. There you go. Now you can feel even. I just wasted all of mine. I could have given them to you, but I wasted them too. Green's idling civils here. There we go. We noticed them. Orange has a castle up. Berbers with the camel archers are a very, very strong unit. You can tell I'm 10 hours into it, 11 hours into a cast session. Apologies, YouTube. Enzberg. No, no, no. Did you do it on purpose?
No.
Do what on purpose?
No.
What did we miss here? Is he picking off the monk?
Yeah.
This is actually important. This is super important, guys. This is really, really important. Because now we don't know if... Yeah, we don't know if Enzberg meant to kill that monk or not. And orange and green have a very, very, very tenuous agreement, okay? 2v1 Dziamdziak and take them out. Question, could you hide a king in a group of monks? You could hide the king in the group of monks. The monks won't auto-heal the king, though. You have to manually click them on. So you could have like a control group and then right-click the king every time he gets hit. But if the DPS is too high, and you have to remember the king has no armor at all, then he'll just die. So if, like, you know, enough things hit him at the same time, especially archers or arbs or something. Everyone has pointer monk mod. I don't use that. Orange is grabbing this relic up. What's the relic count already? Yeah, orange is going to go grab the center relic. There's another one right here. And then we've got protected ones here and here. And one next to orange. Everybody basically has a safe relic. So that's pretty fair. Orange was a bit of an easy excursion to go forwards and get these two, though. Well, this has been a really solid set when you look at it as a whole. If you take out the kind of potato ending to the last game, and the lead up to that. And I mean, I'm sure if you're Enzberg, you're not thinking that was a potato ending. You're thinking, aha! So, you know, it's all perspective here. Orange is going to grab this second relic. 2 relics is pretty good. Especially grabbing them this early. Early relics are huge. Like, you're talking like 1,000 plus extra gold by the end of the game. Adds up a lot, guys. Especially, I find in the place you notice it the most is if you're really trying to, like, notice it, is the speed at which you get upgrades. Seems to be way easier. Yeah, orange is going to have 3 relics the way this is looking, and then gray and green will each have 1 each. Stream Element stole my gambling addiction. Oh man, it's the Huku himself, Hukwando. How you doing, Huku? We gotta get this closed. I want to see orange closed up too. Easier to get the upgrades if you collect the holocrons. Yeah. Well, a reminder that we got 2 sets left, I think. Not today, but I think those will be both on Wednesday. So we got, what is this one? This set. We got this set and 1 other set. So we'll have 1 set, I think, maybe on Wednesday. If I don't have any games to cast on Wednesday, then I'll try and arrange some show matches for people. I think we could try another 2v2v2 show match, for instance. Or we could try I wanted to try the settings. The same settings we have here, but with 300 pop. What do you guys think about that? Cav archers from Enzberg coming north. And I don't know what their destination is here exactly. 77 vills for Dziamdziak, 79 for Teutonic Tank, 62 for Enzberg. It was a little bit later getting those town centers down. I don't like Enzberg's wood security. Gray's feels really good, but I feel like Enzberg is really wood insecure. We don't. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. That makes me feel better at least. Orange setting the king somewhere. I'm not sure where. And flaring on this side. I think that's... Why did we lose a cavalry archer? 25 pop tiny map? Oh, God. Survivalist suggested 300 pop because he thinks the extra pop will make it easier to attack 2 people at once.
Yes.
I wonder if we could do like that, but then put a villager limit on. So limit it to like 140 vils. But then give 300 pop. Or you like give extra military space or make military cost like 3/4 of a pop or something. Time bounties for king snipes. That's, I don't know about that. Oh yeah, and then we were also thinking about something like if you snipe another player's king, you get their resources. Or you get their army converts to your army instantly or something like that. The game is, the thing is, it's really close to perfect right now. The average game time is pretty darn short. We've gotten later in tournaments. Generally, in most tournaments, as you get later, game length will go up. It's actually usually, that's a good sign. That means that the meta is developed and players are playing to the meta, and it's forcing long games because they're close games because players are getting closer in skill level. That's a good sign. So we have that. That's a good problem to have. But then it's still, you still want to encourage aggression always because that's more fun and exciting. Like, look at the cav archers coming in here. Is orange going to be able to, like, if green runs the right direction and orange doesn't react the right way, and they did. Look, Teutonic tanks having to send the king out to the front. Players are learning. They're learning. They don't take chances with this stuff anymore. And if green was smart, maybe Enzberg would have had a batch of cav archers waiting on the front side of orange's base or the left side of orange's base or somewhere. And that's really what it is. The thing is, the cav archer is going to get absolutely massacred by the camel archers. Gray base. Did I miss a snipe attempt? Did I miss a snipe attempt? We missed a snipe attempt. Good call out, Enzberg. It looks like green came to, while they were, green went for the double snipe. Thank you, Enzberg. Green went for the double snipe here, guys. So look how close they got. Problem is gray's reacting. Green has to be in 2 places and the players he's attacking only have to be in 1. So it can be hard. Now, if gray's king had been caught, imagine gray's king was sitting there and Dziamdziak didn't react, but good reactions from gray and from orange. Yeah, the double snipe attempt. Yep. Good call out, Enzberg. And also good job not spoilering, waiting for me to miss it before you called it out. Thank you. Resource transfer upon king snipe is bad. Will lead to gaming by players purposely giving to certain others. But they kind of can do that anyways, Dr. Tilburdaga, because you can, like, you didn't see last year, Doctor. So a player known as Joey, this was to get into this got him into the finals, by the way. He took all of his army, he right-clicked it into his opponent's base, aggroed a unit, and then resigned. And gave the other opponent the game because the person that was supposed to be working with him had betrayed him and he didn't trust him. So instead he just attacked the person that he betrayed and then gave the high elo person the victory. That was actually against Purgefin, one of my moderators. And it worked because the next game he was forced to work with him for sure because if he did, then the high elo would win. So it was actually like a genius play. So you never know. That's why I wouldn't be opposed to something like that because that encourages aggression. Like, oh, I got a king snipe. I get all of their res in eco. Or you get 10 extra vills or 20 extra vills or something. I don't know. 10 extra pop space. 20 extra pop space too. Some sort of extra advantage for sniping the king to incentivize it more that isn't like money. So that people don't focus on the king sniping too much. at the expense of like the quality of the games. You want it to contribute to the quality of the games, not detract from it. Why did he have to resign though? He didn't really, but it did force his opponent to work with him the next game, which was the whole point. You'd have to go back and watch Meerkat, man. Unfortunately, I don't think that game in particular made it. What about a King of the Desert Monument? Provides res. That's kind of like we were thinking. Oh, there's a trade workshop, I believe, is a map that's like that.
Yes.
That might work, where you like can win the thing. King of the Hill Monument. Disincentivize quitting early though. I mean, I think it's Albatross with that case. It's more that players can stay in the game a lot longer than they're normally used to. So they'll resign earlier than they should. And we'll be sitting here going, what the f? But the players won't know because they're just not used to playing. They just think, oh, I'm getting 2v1'd, I'm dead. They're not thinking, oh, literally all I had to do was send my units 20 tiles to the right and I could have double king sniped. Like they just don't, you know? You don't recognize that once you get to a certain point in the game, all you really need is ranged units and a way to get them near your opponent's king to win this mode. And then keep your king safe. I'd say all you really need to have a decent shot of winning is a castle, one castle, somewhere between 6 and 20 cavalry archers, and some petards, some amount of petards depending on the structure of your opponent's base. And that can win you most games in most positions in this mode. The thing is, you have to get to a spot where that will be the case, which is very difficult to do, and usually involves building an elaborate king fortress like that. And then once you're that safe with your king that it'll take your opponents longer to kill your king than it would you if you all in them, that's when you can go forwards and strike. And that's what's great about this mode. And we've seen that over and over again. Super fun, super exciting. That's like the meta of the mode in a nutshell. That's like the king snipe, the ungarrisonable king sniping meta, which is tied in with the general 1v1v1 meta. It's kind of the combination of the two is gray awfully close to orange king. Yeah, that's a lot of army adjacent to a king that's just like chilling there. Now gray can't see that, but he's not a long way off. I mean, you drop an outpost there, you're gonna start getting some good line of sight. My graphics card and or OBS and or computer are just eating it right now. So if we crash, I apologize. Cavalry archers, they have the Magyar unique tech. And they're heavy cav archers now. My voice. Okay, I'm gonna whisper cast now. Has anyone got the feudal snipe? Yes, Rastafarian. Today, as a matter of fact, we had one. We still don't know if we got one game left or if this is going to be it, because we have right now we have orange and green teaming up against Dziamdziak, but they haven't really done a whole lot. I thought you will fight each other. I mean, it doesn't really make sense for them to fight gray. It takes a huge leap of trust, like a huge amount of trust for orange and green to do that. And then if you're gray, the thing is, you could still decide who wins just by attacking one player more than the other. So that's really not a great decision. I mean, if I'm gray, what I say is, okay, green, if you and orange both attack me, then I'm going to all in you. That's what I'd say. And then green's going to be like, why are you going to do that to me? Why don't you attack both of them? We're both attacking you. Ha ha ha. And then you go, yeah, but I'm going to lose anyway. So I want orange to win instead of you. And you don't have to say why. You don't have to justify that in any way. You just have to say that that's what you're going to do. And then green goes, oh, well, I'd rather Dziamdziak win this than lose the set just because Dziamdziak's going to attack me. And then you take it to a game 4. So it's all about manipulating the game circumstances into a way that gets you closer to a winning position. For Dziamdziak, he just needs a victory here. Thank you for the dono. I don't know why that didn't go through. Might have been, you might have got hit by a sensor. Thank you very much for the donation. Enzberg's 11ing. Would be happy to see Enzberg in the finals again. Yeah, it'd be nice to see any of the finalists make it back because it lends a lot of credence to the fact how and why they made it there last time. Orange has quite a solid position with these. Ooh, pushing over here. Cavalry archers from the Magyar. Cavalry archers from the Tatar. Camel archers from the Berber. Teutonic tanks, I think it's pretty set up to defend this, man. If I'm Berbers and my opponents are making camel archer or cavalry archers, I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. I'm gonna go Hussar camel archer and I'm gonna annihilate you. I don't know what the deal is. Are we hoping the Onagers get it done? But we've got the Hussar. And I mean, the Berber could even just probably go all in with the Hussar even. Like, the king is in the north for Teutonic tanks. We have like this extended wall that's going up. Everybody's making like big mega walls. It's mega arena. 50 camel archers dancing in front of a pair of onagers. This is the right call from Dziamdziak. Pick someone and attack him. 100% the right play from Dziamdziak here. You know, Dziamdziak was in this tournament last year too, guys. And you might have learned a thing or two. I'm going to be more familiar with this format than a lot. And I think he's on to something. He's going to pressure the crap out of Orange. I believe he did research Treason at some point. Some onager shots could really help turn this. The problem is, like, we just got nothing. We need something. We need Magyar Hussar. Not Hussar, but Hussar from the castles. They have extra attack or extra HP, one or the other. And they'll win if the Berber player tries to go Hussar. We also, do we have range? 8 range versus 7 range on the camel archers. Remember Dziamdziak having an absurd lead and not making a wonder. He did eventually win that game though. Getting worse. Wait, did we move the king? Orange already got the king out of there. Good call. Back of the base now. Enzberg goes with Treason. Where's Enzberg's army? And could he be about to go to Dziamdziak? Or is he going to go to Orange? Or is he going to go nowhere? Also an option. Scare the crap out of his opponents. Has anyone tried Britons in this? They were really popular in the round of 81, and they've not been popular since. Their lack of mobility is pretty bad in the late game. You really need a Cav Archer Civ, or Camel Archers, or Conks, or something mobile with range. Surprised we haven't seen Burmese. I think Arambai it might be something to like some Arambai. I don't know how potato they are these days, but I feel like there's potential there. It's been a really clean game 3. Very straightforward pressure here. Ray trying to dive. You got emergency king gates going down at the back. The extra range longbowman, you would hope so. Problem is you have to win a fight like on your way to doing that. And Manga, that's why Mangadai are so popular. Gray's gonna dive with some Magyar Huzzar. And where is that king? It's just chilling out here somewhere. Where is this king? There's a king hiding somewhere in there. Ah, behind it. Berbers even have general. They have every possible counter for a cavalry archer that a civ could have to counter cavalry archers. It's crazy. Teutonic Tank says to green, I go back. Enzberg says, okay. To all. Gray's coming back forwards again. I see something sneaking down here too. It's a long day. Somehow the stream didn't crash today. That's nice. Cavalry archers hitting the vills down here. And it's going to become a wood game soon, guys. All these little wood patches are going to start getting super important. And we still have two... Well, we have one exposed king. Gray's king is protected. Orange king is pretty protected. And this hyper mobile, you can run out each side if you want. That's pretty sweet. Trendo says, how is this ever going to end? I don't know. I could hit this button, then we'd probably get there faster, but not going to do that. We chill for now. You guys need to fight each other, not me. You ain't wrong, Dziamdziak. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Well, I have 0 wins yet. Dziamdziak's just like...
Meta.
And they're just like, yeah, but you're high elo. He's just like... Right. Right. I mean, yes. Either that or do a better job of killing him. Double inception on him, my god. I've been awake for 13 hours. Tired. Focus, Wrang. Summon your inner caster. Now. Some crap. Dad, who do you want to win? Who are you rooting for? Personally, I'm rooting for Dziamdziak. That gets us another game. You gotta root for the Jack. You gotta root for the Jack. He's pretty screwed against the Berbers. And probably the Tatars. Enzberg. That'd be nice. Enzberg clean swept there. Just went full I want to see Keshiks. I think Keshiks are the answer. I think we get rid of these and we make Keshiks. Keshits? Enzberg, you're tired and you want to go to bed. Me too. I'm also starving. I'm trying so hard not to say anything about it for so long. Now I'm going to do this totally illogical thing while this very long game continues to play out. You guys ready for it? It's me pre-pog. Damn it! Alright, I tried. Mr. Yo always showed that Berbers are unbeatable on this map. I tried, chat. There's one thing I've learned in life, is if you try and you fail at something, give up immediately.
New hat.
Wow, misclick? Where? Okay, you can have it. But the wood? They're having a playful disagreement. Meanwhile, gray with the Magyar Hussars and orange with the 9 million units. And we have more cavalry archers over here that are doing low amounts of things. And here goes the king, shuffling 3 units to the right. Wake up, chat. It's time for action. Okay, maybe not this dead. What about over here? No action. What about here? Nope, that's not moving. Hey, there's some stuff happening. Gray's gonna hit this wood line.
New hat.
We have not repeated a hat all day. Just so you know. Imagine having to play in this. No. Enzberg said misclick as he took down Orange's castle. Ah, these things happen, you know. That's fine. Who needs castles anyways? It's not like the Berber player could need the castle for any particular reason. Like the main unit in their army or anything. Nice hat, thank you. Zoom in so capture age doesn't kill my computer. We can zoom up for brief moments and then zoom back in before it breaks. Magic. I'm trying to hold it together with the cast, guys, but my brain is goo. My brain is goo. I'm doing it for the players at this point. I see an orange blob. Look at the orange blob go. And will the orange blob get in? My gut tells me no. Nope. That's not getting in. That's not getting in. Could we kill Dziamdziak with it though? No. No. Definitely not. What about green? No, green's safe. Dziamdziak must be frustrated. Yeah, I would have guessed that all 3 of the players at this point basically want to tear their eyeballs out and whip them at the wall. But, you know. Also, we live for these games. We live for these games. If you ask me, I think we need some more army. We've only got exactly 69 villagers. Okay, we did. No, we don't. That was the key, guys.
Nice. Nice.
Needed 60.
Nice. 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 Nice.
5-hour bang fest. But I don't see your mom anywhere. Dziamdziak has a casual, extremely casual 20,000 food, but Enzberg has an even more casual 30,000 food. And Teutonic Tanks actually has a very, very, very extremely casual 24,000 food. Very, very casual. Very casual. Oops, no worries. I'm worried. So I have a plan. Does your plan involve attacking Gray? Because great. That sounds perfect. Do that. A cheeky plan. You want to hear it? No, just attack. Just attack. Let's go and make your things and send them and then attack. I don't want to listen. I don't want to listen. Quiet. Quiet. Don't make me play Shrek. Don't make. No, I said don't make me do it. Thank you. That's right. That's right. Everybody calm down. Okay, here's the deal. Dziamdziak is potato. He's not paying attention. His flank is open. Okay. I go for cheeky trip snipe. Okay. Since he's called it in chat, the chances of this happening, I give 0.0001% chance of happening. Just need to keep him busy for 5 minutes. The chances of this working, once again, I give 0. Maybe. Okay, just increased to 15%. This is now 15% chance, 15% chance of working. He stays right to the edge of the map. His chances go up to 30%. All right, it's gonna come down to can gray and green mash army enough for orange to do that, or will gray. Is he just gonna instantly go the other way? I feel something's afoot. I'm gonna need that. There's the. Okay, so this is the fabled trebuchet. All right, that's the fabled treb. All right. Chat, type 69420 if you think the treb snipe's gonna happen. Do you think we'll get 69420 if you think the treb snipe will happen? Negative 69. 42069. People don't believe.
Right to jail, right away. You
believe? All the beams are fixed, by the way. I did that in the middle of the game without telling you guys. 'Cause I'm a master of this. Will Gray notice this? Gray has no idea this is happening. This is a disaster. This is a disaster.
Yes.
And here it goes. Predict with channel points. 69420 treb snipe. Is it gonna happen? You gotta vote right now. You have to vote right now. Green's pressuring in the south. You gotta vote with your channel points. I'm gonna pause. Vote with your channel points. Predict with your channel points. /predict. /predict. Is the treb snipe gonna happen? Will Gray notice? Here it comes. It's almost there. Is Gray gonna be able to stop it? Will it hit the king? Is the other thing. Gray has not noticed yet. Gray has not noticed. Gray has noticed, and he moves the king. And it was a cheeky attempt, but it did not work. That was so close. And it was not Enzberg's fault, okay? It was not Enzberg's fault. We're on Gray's line of sight. Gray could see it the whole time. And now Orange is pissed at Green. So remember that tenuous alliance I told you about and how important every little aspect of it was? Enzberg ran army to the center. How did you even get there? It went on a journey. I demand a recount. Game not over yet. No, it was that particular snipe. I 2-it on. It was that particular snipe. I tell you what I 2-it on. Just for you. If that gets hit by a trebuchet, I'll gift you a sub, okay? If you feel like you have been cheated. Gray's coming. Orange is right here. There's not a lot separating this army from that army. Oh, except for this giant pile of camel archers that will instantly kill pretty much this entire army. But other than that, there's nothing. No, there's nothing. What's green doing? Holy f***. That's a lot of Keshiks. Remember what I said about Keshiks having that pierce armor? Well, they also, I don't know, they run fast. They get a lot of attack. Decent art units. I'd like to see orange or green hit each other, but they're like kind of open down here. Green is open, orange isn't actually. Don't worry, Dziamdziak, just mining some gold. Says Enzberg. He means the Keshiks. Means the Keshiks, because Keshiks generate gold when they're in battle. I don't think it works when you hit buildings, though. I think it only works when you attack units now. Yep, unit kills, not raises. Yep. There's nothing to stop players from trading with each other. Players could set up trade. Officially dead, batteries empty. If you wave your phone in a figure-8 pattern really fast over a magnet, it'll charge it. Cheers, Emperor Al-Hassad. Don't forget that tires also do bonus damage downhill. Surprisingly secure king for Teutonic tanks. Losing viewers over the limitations of modern battery technology is kind of bullshit. I would agree. That's why you always carry a large magnet and then learn the motion of taking your phone. 8. Charge it. Works. The biggest wood bank wins this. Teutonic tanks is 42,000 wood. Teutonic tanks' wood is large. It's in your face. It smells good.
Bruh.
Ring of Fire 5, no stone walls. Ooh. Ring of Fire 5, it's on tiny Socotra. 8 players. There's no wood here anymore. This match puts the stale in stalemate. That's so mean. I think Berber should win because of the Camel Archer Hussar combination, yeah. Tiny Socotra, 8-player Pog. Everyone picks Persians. Diving from green. It looks like orange was going to take another stab at it. Orange is going to try and treb the king again, guys. He's going to go for it again. Oh, no. Who was the person that said we should believe still? What if they're right? What if they were right? We can't pay out the prediction. Okay, but it was that trebuchet. It's not this trebuchet. This is a different trebuchet. Alba! Alba, get the bet going! Get the bet going, Alba! I got it. I got it. I can do it fast. "30 seconds, go. Vote with your points, quick. "15 seconds left. Is he going to get it this time?" Remember the RNG. It's not just does the treb make it there unnoticed. It's will it hit the king. You might be in a place that has an LL. We got the prediction points in. And we had a reaction from Gray. And he's not going to even chance it. He's going to chance it. Orange, get one volley off. Shoot, shoot. No, don't unpack it. Why are you packing it? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's so frustrating, this game. Oh, my God.
Well, we're boned.
For the next 2 hours. If he had had like 4 trebs, he could have done it. Is Greg gonna finally wall this piece of shit? There you go. I made it smack Orange's base. I hope that helped. That was great. Good, good. At least Orange is trying. Can we get the Grath salutes? At least Orange is trying, guys. At least Orange is taking a shot at. Tomorrow, home office it is? Oh, no. I wonder if they got the 4th game in. You rate the attempt 2 thumbs up. Yeah, it was good. We appreciate Orange's attempt, for sure. It definitely is keeping things more interesting here. Holy crap-olies. That's the end of that town center. Farming scenario editor mode. Oh God, the slaughter. Who's gonna win this one? We've got who's got the biggest banker res here? Who's got the biggest banker res here? Isn't there a thing? No. That it? No. Supposed to be stats somewhere, isn't there? That's the one. You want Jam to win for a forced game 4? Yeah, that's what we need. More of these 3 players playing each other. I'm getting mean now. Attack. Attack. Keshik generate gold when attacking? That's right. Attack. 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 Yes, go. They're not gonna get in. tech. Enzberg is the most patientest human being on earth. Is all the wood gone yet?
Let me in. Let me in.
Enzberg's got like a wood reserve. Everybody else has massive armies. 120, 130, 70 for Teutonic tanks. More rank of fire is never wrong. Petards. Green's just opened. Green's the most vulnerable by far. Gray, how many petards does it take out a stone wall? So 2, 4, 6. So we're still 6 petards away, but Gray's like permanently patrolling Magyar Hussars up there now. Misclick. How are relics distributed? Teutonic Tanks has 3, Enzberg has 1, and Dziamdziak has 1. It belongs in a museum. I'm gonna get some outposts down for some line of sight. Thank you, Alba. Being patient is a skill here. Is it ever? It's where I can't believe the level of stalemate in this game is very damn high. Okay, so we may need to add back in wonder victories and relic victories. Even is that the solution? Is ungarrisonable kings, but also still relic victories and wonder victories, because at this point, all 3 of the players could build wonders, right? And that was the whole point of adding the wonder victories before, was that we hit this point with the free-for-alls, and then everybody can build a wonder, and then you have to go and take someone's wonder out, and that's exciting as crap. So we might have to put the wonder victories back in. The king sniping incentivizes the feudal age aggression, and then the wonders prevent the end game stalemate. So it might be the marriage of both, guys. We might need to do both. But it took us the entire tournament to get to this stalemate. So, and there is a way out of it. It's just very, very difficult to do right now, because of the fortified walls everywhere. You missed the games being like this? Yep, there's some people that thoroughly enjoy the long free-for-all games like this. I didn't completely miss them. They weren't the worst. Mainly because a lot of times you'll have a big stall followed by insane things happening in rapid succession. And there's just nothing like watching that payoff. It's like watching Game of Thrones. Like what made Game of Thrones great. We're not in a situation where every last vill matters yet, and every little piece of wood and everything matters, but we've been there before with Wrang of Fires. But not since Wrang of Fire 2. Enzberg, were you in Wrang of Fire 2? You were in Wrang of Fire 2, weren't you? Like you were in 3 and 2. Were you in any of the big long 10-hour games? Imagine that Treb snipe attempt was petards and some light cavalry follow-up. Didn't make it past round 1 there. Yeah, there was multiple 6-hour in real life games in Wrang of Fire 2. That was a big reason of why I redid everything for Wrang of Fire 3 and why we did things differently this time. I don't think this is gonna go that long. But this has been an enormous set. By the way, guys, did you know that the semifinals are a best of 7? And then there's a best of 7 on Sunday? That means on Saturday, I have 3 best of 7 sets to cast. Isn't that great? We may end up having to delay the finals a week. I'll just say right now. Green took a stab. Ooh. We missed Flaming Camels! Flaming Camels! Flaming Camels! Why? Green, you could have had it.
Why?
I don't know. Why did we use just for the mobility? I guess we needed how many did he have? Like 8? Was not enough. Best of 7. Wow, yeah. Semifinals are a best of 7. There's
Right
gonna
to
be
jail.
3,
Right away.
3 best of 7s. Potentially 7 games of this means like I might be casting semis on Saturday and Sunday and then pushing the finals back a week. Because the average game time has gone up as the tournament's gone on and players are getting used to the meta. And we're being left with the players that are particularly good at the meta. I could also bring back Wonder Victory and Rally Victory. I think you got to see it through, right? You got to see the format through. Because we still don't have a good enough sample size to know if games like these are like one-off games and we're just getting a few of them here because of the styles of the players mashing up, or if this is like common. We don't know if this is rare or common. If it's rare, it's fine. Every tournament should have some long games. Every good tournament has long games like this. Dziamdziak says, if one of you decide to attack the other, then I will help. Else we can sit here forever. Hamburger only, easy fix. Oh, yeah, true. Uh-oh. Can we break in? Can we break in? Is this break-inable? Ooh, we're gonna get the Trebs. We were trying to sneak the Trebs. Oh, man. If he had taken out that castle. Oh, if he had just fought this even, maybe. Oh, man. Oh, this is bad for green. Green had to do something. Made an attempt. I think green should have just pushed orange. I really think Enzberg should have just hit orange here. Orange might win this game now. Although gray did such a good job winning this, they might actually be fine. Yeah, I think green should hit. Green still could hit orange. Green, hit orange. Go hit orange. You don't want orange to win. You can accept gray winning. You don't want orange to win. I'm pretty sure Dziamdziak can't 2v1 1800 and a 1700. That's really hard. I think it's smart to take Dziamdziak up and for either of the players. It would be smart. For literally either of the players, it would be smart for them to do that. And it's smart for Dziamdziak to offer it.
Emotional, damn it!
It hurt watching the Trebs get smashed. Emotional damage. Enzberg not 200 probably just lost his entire army and probably deciding how best to replace it. Did Orange ever fix that? We never built the replacement to fix that, but it is like double walled anyways. And here comes Teutonic tanks. And you know in action movies, guys, when like the hero's being attacked and like the enemies keep coming at him one at a time and it's just like and you're just like, why are they attacking him like that? Now you know. Because holy that's why. Enzberg and Teutonic tanks taking turns losing to Dziamdziak. For some reason. I think Orange can kill both with his camels. He does get camels that heal over time. So the Berbers have what's it called, guys? Hasbro? No, that's their faster working one. They heal over time. Camel archers are beasts, man. Dziamdziak's numbers have dropped significantly. We've got a lot in queue. We've got a lot of food that we can spend. We're smashing our armies together real good. Jam, let's attack from two sides. I mean, I don't even Dziamdziak's even gonna have time to type anything. Dziamdziak says M dying 11. Yeah, Orange is kind of winning this push. McGrabby, thank you. I'm sitting on my leg. This can only go well. Green needs to go hit Orange now. Where's Green's army? Why isn't it hitting Orange? So Gray could tell Green to come here, or Green could just go hit Orange's base. Skirm's entering the battle. The location of Gray's castles is great. Just annihilating Rams. Magyar lacking siege ram, really hurting them here. Yeah, Dziamdziak really would need siege ram to deal with the camel archers, and he ain't gonna get it. Berbers do not get the siege ram. Or, pardon me, Magyars do not get siege ram.
Hat.
You know what's bad when you're adding skirms, yep. Orange managed to get one unit through. No wonder when I asked for the Rex, the players were like unavailable. They were playing this game probably. When we were casting the game 1 or game 2, they were probably playing this game. It's kind of nuts. What a day today has been. This is still going. I see petards. I see petards. You know it's bad when you have cavalry archers tanking heavy camels. Yeah. Ow. Are these even heavy? They are heavy, right? Okay. The heavy camel rider shields are great. Love their shields. Also their giant knives. 15% battery remaining. Quick, turn off the internet. Wait, no! Don't do that. Lord Blackadder, you gotta find a giant magnet and then wave the computer in a figure-8 motion over it. It won't help, but it'll look hilarious. I see you're fighting him, Kappa. Green! 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 Just go!
Emotional, damn it!
All right, Chad. At what point do I play yakety sax and then fast forward? The answer is never. By the way, if I sat through MBL, coming back from 2 villagers or 1 villagers or whatever it was, for 6 hours, we're sitting through this. You understand me? Orange has 60 times more wood than gray and green combined.
Yes.
We had a pause. Oh, we had a pause. Green, 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 green. Why are you hitting gray? Please. Please hit orange. Please do the right thing. No, green. Why? What are you doing? Okay, that's position there. That's good. Why are we hitting gray? Are we just hitting gray for show? We're attacking a house. I think we're just hitting gray for show.
But why?
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay?
You right to jail.
Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop.
There's so much angry social pressure too. There's so much angry social pressure. Thumbring is good upgrade. For camo archers, yeah, it helps.
Holy look at all this damage! And we're gonna repair it using Flex Shot.
I'm in danger.
Get off that hill, Ralph. They're gonna run you over. Oh God. No, turn the memes off. No, not the memes. Not the memes. Not the memes. First time on the no, they're not first time on the channel. The bit is over, Grath. It was just supposed to be quick. And we're going back. We're going back. We're going back. And we're going. And now there's oranges coming again. We're back. We're over here now. And this is bad. This looks bad. If Gray dies, then we won't have another game. So that's definitely okay. There's petards somewhere. But I have no idea where. Oh, they're over all the way over here. Okay. Is green setting up for the double snipe? What's going on? What's going on? We've got units over here.
Wipe yourself off, man.
We got petards over here. We got gray and orange smashing into each other. And gray is held. We've got 7 petards. There's 4 of them here, and then there's 3 all the way over here. And then there's this giant gray pile of and this giant orange pile of over here. And they're standing over, and now the skirms are coming, okay? And you stare into this for a while. After 12 hours, sure, I'll stare into that. Why not? And Enzberg has the potential to do something interesting and is not doing it. And my hatred grows ever greater. There's some orange and green touching down here, and orange and gray touching up here, and everybody's touching each other. And you start touching, these guys are touching that. Monkey's hanging onto the window. And these are unbuilt. We just have stone chilling. It's chilling. It's cool. All the wood is disappearing. I'm told I'm told that we actually have a live footage of the inside of my brain, and this is actual live footage of inside of my brain. And Age of Empires 2 is great.
Emotional, damn it!
You should definitely play it.
Down
It's
here,
the best.
salt is a way of life.
I love it so much.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
It's like sorting through the sock bin at the thrift store. Even if you find something, it still stinks. You're probably going to get some sort of fungus because you got anywhere near it. It's cheap and comfortable, but also smelly. Tectonic needs 61,000 wood. No, it's building. We're building another castle. Tectonic Tanks heard me commenting about the unused stone and got embarrassed. And looks like Orange was thinking of another Treb sneak that's never going to work again in the history of things that could work. And the armies are going to very pleasantly agree to interact in the open field. Those petards, I guess, just didn't do anything useful. We still got all of them. Orange is looking for the petards. Okay, well, get your explosions ready, folks. Down goes that. Well done, well done. Chat on the ball as usual. Enzberg has enough trebs to end this. They just have to be in the right location.
That's shake.
Are you still attacking? No. These guys play AoE like old people. Sorry, was toilet. You're just like, yeah, I gotta go take a piss. This reminds me of games on MSN Gaming Zone. Yep.
Damn it!
Yep. It's a Wrangify. That's a classic feeling when playing on these stupid settings. Hey Grath, why don't you run 1v1v1s all the time? What does 11 mean? 11 means to laugh. It's the laughing taunt in game. If you hear that laughing noise, it's the laughing taunt. This is everybody laughing. I don't know what these trebs are gonna shoot at. There's nothing here except this house. They'll get obliterated if it gets shot, though. Anyways, let's attack together. No sh! At the 12-minute mark. Ooh, it's gonna be the 12-hour mark. Hey, look at this guy. Hey.
Well, we're boned.
There's so much army here. It's obscene. We have 26 villagers and 170 hussar. Look at this absurd number of units. Can I even select it all in capture age? We have 12,000 HP right here. That could just run around the rest, just run around the map. Plus that, 13,000.6 potential HP. Plus this, 14,000. Am I missing anything? 172 units. There you go. We're missing 4. What's all that? Don't forget all that. 15,000 HP if we were to heal it all up. And he can just about win both fights, I think. Although Enzberg's got 144. Almost all the wood is gone from the map at this point, yes. 14, yeah. Green is-ish. Where are those trebs at? Oh my god, they're so far away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Emotional, damn it!
We're gonna trap the castle? Maybe we're gonna trap the castle. It only took them 2 hours to agree to team up. I told you guys, when you're in this situation where you have the two players ganging up on the player that doesn't have any points, it's really, really difficult to actually like get both players to follow through on, because this happens and now green doesn't want to lose because they're like, oh, I don't want to lose the game. I can't afford to lose the game to Teutonic tanks. I got to pull my army back, and then gray just goes and murders the half of your army you don't pull back, and the 1,200 gold is all the gold and wood you left there. But then I guess we're also attacking now, so it's slightly better than before. Because you had to give it a side up. But there's no eco anyways. It's just a army. Enzberg loses 2,000 gold in wood and trebs. Why would the two players with points gang up and the guy with no points? That's been the problem, Zero Cool. That's been the problem. The answer is because he has a higher elo, but that just shouldn't be the primary deciding factor. But they're letting it be for some reason that I can't exactly conceive of. They may have had some sort of agreement before this ever started that they're trying to adhere to. They want to go to sleep. Seems very Papega. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Poor Dziamdziak is getting, like, potato meted. This is the equivalent of someone all-inning you with, like, militia. Like, Dark Age militia, and then they're sort of beating you, and then they keep sort of beating you, and you're just like, wait, why am I losing to this? That's poor Dziamdziak right now. It's like, this just shouldn't be working. Dziamdziak is going to be 200 pop on army. We have 4 villagers left. We need to keep... 3 of them are right here. Wait a minute. We need to keep one of these. We should send the vills to go live with the king at this point, honestly. Enzberg's got another 8 batards. And Dziamdziak...
Time to stop!
He's already dead!
No more! Where the fuck? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
What happened? Did he just send it out? He just sent it out, right?
Another one.
Did he delete it? He deleted it. He's deleted his king. He deleted his king. Now it's green versus orange. Dziamdziak is out of the tournament. He probably needed to go to bed or something. Yeah. Yeah. Classic Ring of Fire problems. Who has the bigger player? Alba. Now, we don't know why they quit. They've been playing for 9 million hours. Okay. Maybe his wrist is sore. Like. Question is, who's going to be who? And we do have this prepped from Enzberg. But there's a castle in between him and where he wants to send this, probably. Could try and hit here. But then by that time that happens, Teutonic Tanks is just gonna. Oops, pardon me. Teutonic Tanks is just gonna. Yeah.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking... on this motherfucking...
2, 1.
Not again! Oh my. Why? 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 Just hit here, man. Oh my god. I can't even. I can't fucking even. This game. Attack, attack, attack. Exploding camels? I don't know. Why are we attacking now? We got one camel over there.
Let me in! Let me in!
Did we hit? Apparently there were more petards or something and they got in? Who cares? What's the relic situation? Classic Keeper question. Teutonic Tanks has 4. Enzberg has 1. Teutonic Tanks has 612 hussars in queue. A lot of hussars. A lot of hussars. Is this 500 pop? No, they just have that number of hussars queued up. 600. 600. Are we out of wood yet? We got that. And we got this. And there's like a little patch there. And there. Don't forget the shorefish, guys. Don't forget the shorefish. Okay, we're coming out with Trebs. Coming out with Trebs. We're going out with Trebs. We're making more petards. Why the f are we making more petards? Oh, what the f? What the f? Y'all remember that Rubenstock versus Andre game? What, where they were playing for like 3 days? One of them left and went to sleep and they came back and they were still playing or something, right? There's Acropolis as well. Yeah, Acropolis. God damn Acropolis. Acropolis this, Acropolis that. Rubenstock went on a date. Oh, yeah. $660 hussar. How long to kill those? I don't know. Enzberg has 70,000 food, so. Hussar flood is real. Teutonic Tank still has there's a pretty serious military imbalance happening. And it might swing in favor of Enzberg as a result. We're still up around 680 Hussar queued up. Plus, don't forget, we are where we are. We do have. I'm guessing we got crop rotation farms. Oh God. All those poor horsies. Yeah. Is green bringing Trebs forward? Yes, we might start to push in. Just increase pop space. No other changes settings. The extra bills that need to res faster. I think that was Survivalist's take. We could also make it, whatchamacallit, 1 TC only. That might make it worse, though. I don't know. Just keep piling settings on until players can no longer discern what tournament it is. Wrang, why aren't you doing such a great job casting this battle? My brain is goo.
Here we are. There's a whole box of unsealed envelopes for the PTA.
You're making me lick envelopes?
Oh, licking envelopes can be fun. All you have to do is make a game of it.
What kind of game?
Well, for example, you could see how many you can lick in an hour, and then try to break that record.
Sounds like a pretty crappy game to me.
Yes, well, get started.
Imagine 3 more games like this. What, like in a best of 7? Imagine 1 more game like this. We don't have to worry about that, okay? Rollo, the average length of the games in this tournament, anybody interested, the average length of the games in this tournament is like 38 minutes. Although now it's going to go way up because of these games today. But discount this series, average game time is like 37 minutes. Like in-game, too. Semifinals on Saturday and Sunday are, well, semifinals and finals are best of 7. I agree, Night Owls. Gotta have outliers. I mean, this happens in regular tournaments, too. Whoa! Whoa! No. There we go. Wait. Yeah. No.
Well, we're boned.
I'm in danger.
Wish some of them built demo ships. Oh, Orange has bills there too. Ooh. Demo ship right there. Ooh, demo ship right there. Ooh, demo. Ooh, demo. Ooh, demo ship. Look, the Trebs are just chilling, guys. Don't worry. Is that the last tree standing? We got some over here. Who was that guy this morning that got banned for a wild thing appeared? So I can't remember what their original name was, but I asked them to stop making that joke when they were on a different account, and then they kept making that joke in different ways to the point where it was like just like ruining the meme. And I was like, hey, could you like not make that joke anymore? Like it's not funny, and you keep making it. It doesn't get funnier when you make it more often. And they're just like, yeah, sure, okay. And then they kept making the joke, and then I banned them, and then they came back with a different account and kept doing it. So I don't really understand why they're doing that, but I know that they can fuck off. There's a bit of a rear wood situation. We've got 3 trees there. We have actually chopped. Hold on. Are we on the last wood? Are we on the last wood, guys? Back in the day, we did not have this ability. We have 6 trees on the map. Green is dead for sure unless King snipe. Where are the siege rams? Siege ram. A long way to get to that king, though. Tatar light cav have extra armor. Yes. That hat shows how my brain is gone. That is accurate. I do not have a brain. I barely had one to begin with, but now it's gone. Living in Siberia. There's somewhere that brains go. And you don't need them anymore. The brain store. Ah! What is the KD? 3. I don't know who 4, but it's 3. Okay, it's Eco KD is 102 to 98. And regular KD is 1,551 to 1,200. Orange cleared up this break-in. Green, green, greeny, green. Please attack something greeny, green. Pull Gray's army to the opponent. They can't afford Treason. They could sell things. They don't need it though. They don't need it though. Can we see market prices? I guess at this point they're all pegged. We haven't had a market sell in a long time. Market price is going to get more important here. Green is successfully going to take this castle out, though. You thought the game would end quicker after 1v1. Yeah, me too. Yeah. This is back up to 600 Hussar queued. That's good. Green's matching with 40. We're pushing up that hill. We're pushing up that hill.
Another one.
We're pushing up the hill. We're rushing up the hill. Or are we? Or we're just dying? No, we lost a bunch of trebs. And green wins? Not yet. Not yet. We have 500 Hussars still. Take 1 hour meditation after. Oh, after this, I am going to probably make myself a homemade bubble tea using Costco things. And then I should probably cook. Instead of ordering it. Sage. Stupid mon. Sold food. No, this is why we had that on. We're selling food for gold. There you go. Might actually leave the market activated now. And then I'm going to watch probably an episode of Archer. TV show Archer. Made pork chops, 3 beans, and mac and cheese. I think I got cannoli and ravioli I can make. Newest season's decent. It's not amazing, rest of it's not as amazing as the early seasons, but it's good. It's fine. It's funny. I'll laugh a few times at it. I'm enjoying it. He dives now. There's a chance. Green dives in. Is this open? Is this go in? Oh my God! The trebuchets. Just run in. Just run in. You're in. Just run in. Go. Yes. 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 Hawk chip. Hawk chip. Hawk chip. Chat. Chat. It's happening.
Emotional, damn it.
That's accurate. The endless onslaught continues. Gotta sell enough for Treason, yeah. More than 400 cars. Still, yeah, we still got 400 Hussars. We're fine. And we got a bunch of heavy camels. Why are we using heavy camels? That's a waste of gold. That is a waste of gold. That is a waste of gold. Big Cavalier. Oh my God, big Cavalier. I guess the camels are good for the cavalry archers. I don't know. Green is dead. He's got 4. He's green has 16,000 food. Okay. That was a push. Yep, don't have much left. You. Oh, we got some petards. We got some petards in a dream. The king's even more secure now. That's kind of bad news bears for green. Check your monastery, then you know what I have left. A lot. Is he trying to insinuate you has lots of gold? Because he doesn't. I guess he's got all these camels. No! Why? Do not do that. Nobody, everybody look away. Everybody look away. Look at the black. Look how great the black is. Isn't it great? Just ignore this. Look, I'll zoom in. Look how great that black is. Wow. That's a pretty sweet square. Look, I can make it look like I got a rectangle. I can make a rectangle, right? That we can make a vertical rectangle. That's pretty good too, right? All right, great. So don't worry about what happened to the market. Just ignore that. Ignore that. No, you're too late with your memes. It already happened. Just ignore the terrible things that Enzberg just did with his. Why? Why did he do that?
Another one.
He gets in. It's all worth it, chat.
This is
He gets in. It's all worth it.
I'm okay with the events that are unfolding for me. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
Wonder victory back. Relic victory, no. There's nothing wrong with relic victory, though. Relic victory never happened once last year. Orange could make 100 farms and sell food for gold units. Past the 3-hour mark, they get 1 Cobra car each. So I think we could leave Relic Victory enabled just for that reason, Restar, just to give one more option. There's a bunch of attack thingies over here. That's all dying. This has been a game. Did you guys know that Age of Empires 2 is responsible for 5 million different hernias a year? I think Dziamdziak needs to come back from death and teach a lesson to these guys. Enzberg researches treason and does not get in with the cavalry archers. He will get annihilated. I feel like we're nearing a conclusion. We're coming to a logical end here. Green's gonna have like one good all-in attempt left, I think. Not even. Game looks over, guys. It's looking like Teutonic Tanks is gonna take this. Desperate attempt, but an attempt nonetheless, yes. And I don't see how we're gonna win that fight. Dziamdziak has 40,000 food. Teutonic Tanks has 50,000 wood. But is actually depleted on food. Oh, right. The 479 Hussars in queue. That'll do it. Where are these going? We're just going to go diving? We're going for a surround on the camel archers? Where are we going? This looks like it's closed to me. I don't see a way in there unless there's a petard that got crept in that I didn't see. This is very desperate from Enzberg now. Maybe he'll just run in. We saw that happen already once. Right click in and hope you glitch through the wall. You never know. GG, well played. Take the king and do as you please, says Enzberg.
Yes.
We made it, chat. We made it. We made it, YouTube. We made it. Thank you to everybody who stuck with me through this madness. This was an insanely long game. This game is what a real site like this is all about. Yeah, this was a hell of a game of Age of Empires 2.
Right to jail, right away.
Teutonic Tanks just played this really well. And that's all she wrote. We had Gray not out, both players tipping their kings. And we made it. We made it, stream. We made it. Well, let's look at some of these ridiculous stats we're going to have. We're going to have 1,800 to 1,300. 1,000 to 1,000. Dziamdziak with the positive KD. Over 1,000 kills and deaths.
It's time to stop.
It is time to stop.
It's time to stop, okay?
Teutonic Tanks with 2,200 to 1,700 here. Conversions infinite ratio here. We had one conversion.
It's time to stop.
We got 15,000 relic gold. That's a lot of relic gold. Teutonic Tanks unfortunately did not explore the map. What? He's never made it to the back of green space. Now you know where you should stick your king. Literally did not even explore the back of the base. But okay. Castle's max was 5. Where is it? Total 100, 244 vills, 284 vills. We deleted some, remade it. All right. And then there's our APM. And we'll give everybody a fair comparison of the APMs here when they were all active. There you go. What happened to Silver? Silver decided to nod out after Orange all-in. The Orange kind of all-in Gray with their army. Green sort of did and then backed off. Yeah. And then Gray just kind of calls it. When he sees green coming back and orange is still in his base, Dziamdziak's like, all right, I'm done. And that was that. All right. That's it for Ring of Fire for today. We'll update the scoreboard to show that you can see the Teutonic Tanks will be moving on to the semifinals. And we are going to take one last peek at the brackets.